let's just do a little recap. Because it's been a few weeks, it's been a while since we were out here. Do you remember what happened previously?
Previously on The Wise Lady.
I believe Kishan sold his soul to Burn, didn't he?
I sold everything but my soul because Jack Ter has facts.
You made 3 promises to Burn. You met Tabby.
Yeah,
I got into quite an intense conversation with Tabby.
I kind of regret not going with Tabby at this point.
As far as I'm concerned, you were chatting to Burn, actually, not Tabby. I don't know what you guys are about.
Yeah.
I liked the cut of Tabby's jib, except for that, she wouldn't give me my soul back. She wanted to like just transplant me.
Yeah, I was all agree with you on that one.
Alright, so you started off in town, and then you got interceded on the road by a little work gang that were busy trapping gnolls for bounties, if you recall that.
Yep.
And you paused on that one for a little while, not being happy about various factors of what they were doing, the gnoll in the hole, and the work gang of criminals. So you interfered with that little exercise. If you remember, Evandriel was really leading on the lead guy, and then turned into the disgusting fat Father Howl. Said this is my true form and disgusted him to his core. Yeah. You also let loose the orc who was in the chain gang. Then you moved on to Byrne's place, forsaking any further distractions. You went down to her house. She was quite pleasant. She agreed to sit and talk to you. Told you a little bit about Jack Ter and his predilection for using names of a similar vein. She offered it. She offered a little information. I can't remember exactly how much I said. What do you know about Jack Ter?
He's a tricky fae.
He's a tricky fae.
And he goes by synonyms of tear, like rip or torn.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had
That's cheery, you know.
And he gives people power. So, he crushes up the souls and sprinkles on the cereal.
on the toast, yeah.
He uses it like currency, I believe I said. So, taking your soul and using it, and you've only got until he spends it. He's done it before, and Byrne was aware of him and advised you to seek other places of his influence in order to try and track him down. She suggested that you visit a farm that was nearby. What do you remember about that?
It had the most bountiful harvests in the surrounding area, like ridiculously so.
Silver Tree Farm, run by Neil Hook, west of here. I won't go through the directions and stuff like that, but kept much better than the farm surrounding it. That's what stuck with me, that he was definitely doing a bit better for himself than his neighbours.
One of his neighbours had a heart attack.
Yeah, so also
He
those
acquired that
followed.
land.
Yeah.
Basically, he's doing really, really well, and everyone around him is like doing really, really bad.
Yeah, he was chopping wood out the front. He expressed the opinion that the farms that hadn't done as well obviously weren't as pious as him. He and his wife were quite pious, but she unfortunately had fallen ill. They'd visited town, and
Supposedly.
that's what they said.
Yes.
They've been to town to see Ngaro. How were they trying to wait out this illness that they had? He was concerned that his daughter might have run into the wheat field again and been playing in there, which he said was bad. Anything else you'd like to add before we get down to these salient points?
We went to the shrine of Imogen. Which
Yes, he was very reluctant to let me treat his wife, even though Ngara apparently had failed to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the shrine, and it looked like it hadn't been visited in quite some time.
Yes, he expressed that they had 2 shrines.
Yeah, but this one looked like it had been quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the little girl gave Nazak a little tickle.
Well, we had the door before that, so with a very vivid description of the door, which then matched
Missing an
another.
eye, stitched all over the place.
A slit across the neck. I think she was quite a little bit.
She got one eye missing, and yeah, there was stitching broke on her. Meanwhile, Evandriel had split away from the rest of the party and made her way back to the farmhouse, where you could hear Neil rhythmically thumping away at the logs around the front. You managed to get a glimpse inside. You magicked yourself in there, creeping across to the front of the room and locking the front door from the inside, hearing Neil's thump, thump, thump of the axe from only just the other side of the wood. You then crept to the back of the house and unlocked the back door, which was previously locked, anticipating a need to rapidly extricate yourself from this situation.
Got to be prepared, unlike Perticus.
Yeah. You went over to bed to take a look at the woman, seeing that she was in quite a poor state. Damage to the eye and...
I mean, she's carrying mortal wounds, isn't she, really?
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
And as you were looking at her, her head jerked violently and snapped to the side.
Just the same
That's
as the
what
doll.
Meanwhile, the doll got dropped to the floor in the shrine, its head jerking violently to the side. Nazak tenses up, all of the veins on his back bulging before they burst in a spray of blood. Did I damage you for that? Did I give you the damage?
Yeah,
I just
10
didn't.
damage.
I just felt like I might be able to do the damage a second time.
It was 10 damage you did.
That's fine. You can take that. Okay.
The little girl's name's Missy, if anybody really wants to know.
Yeah. The doll is called Missy and the daughter's called Yvette.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay.
So no one else playing in the room next door to us. Jamie's looking forward to an early night in.
Oh yeah, it's happened quite a few times recently. I really need to calm it down.
Then calm it down.
I really need to calm it down.
Oh, I'm so tired after the weekend. I really could do it any
The
night.
child's actually a beholder.
Better freaking not be.
Texting
Straight out of there.
Yeah, I made a New Year's resolution to kill off all of Matt's characters with beholders.
Why not?
Right.
You know, no.
It's the ghost of Berticus. It's the child.
All right, I'm just going to open up a couple of stat blocks.
It's not a couple of stat blocks. There's only one enemy.
But they might be allies.
Aww, how kind. How kind to give us hope.
Not everybody's a bad guy. Some people are nice.
There's a friendly beholder, don't you know?
As long as you worship the beholder and play up to its ego.
I think everyone start worshipping Zafig. It's clearly the future.
Yeah. Well, everybody will turn around to be worshipping fate soon.
Over my alive body.
Everybody likes worshipping an edgy god. We all know that. Ooh, forbidden. I'm all over that one.
The only other open fate worshipper has left us.
Good.
She walked off hand in hand with fate.
Yeah, she handed her character over to me. Reached a point that felt like I'm going to fate, so the character became an NPC. Yeah.
She would have been useful.
She was. She was good.
She was.
Okay.
I miss her. And then she's spoken to one of the other she's spoken to somebody, didn't she? The other game.
Oh! Yes, Jerick. If that's not too much of a spoiler, I'm sorry.
No,
It's alright.
It's,
I was on the table. I don't remember it happening, I just couldn't
No,
remember who. Oh dear.
I feel like Matty's poor Matty. He's in at the beginning of the campaign and has taken some time out, and now I feel like you're in a perpetual state of frustration as all this shit goes down while you weren't present, and now you're going, oh god, that bastard in the beginning. We should have killed him by now. Why is he still running around?
We got distracted because you weren't here to tell us the right way.
telling everybody off for doing the wrong thing, while with your other hand opening another sarcophagus.
We still do that a lot.
Yeah, that's normally me.
Yeah.
Got to get rid of those undead creatures that are hiding in them. That's what the problem with sarcophaguses. When you're full of God, what do? Do you open the sarcophagus and hope there's no undead creature in it, that you're left being undead? Or do you just leave it alone?
Did it in the pyramid and look what happened. It was absolutely fine.
Didn't someone get, got to sleep for 5,000 years?
And that was when they opened a trap door, and yeah.
Yeah, that one was.
They've got into a pyramid, and everything they'd encountered so far had been trapped. There were traps everywhere.
So we're being careful.
Being careful. And I believe the words were spoken, be careful. There appeared to be traps everywhere. Nobody touched anything. And then this one guy said, went over to a door and opened it. Released the gas that puts you to sleep for 5,000 years.
Ouch.
We woke him up for an hour at a time.
He can be woken for an hour.
And then he was back to sleep. He's been cured of that since.
Oh, that long rest he must have had.
Has he been over here recently?
He appears now and again.
Yeah. He's busy doing other things.
Yeah. Alrighty, come on, where are you?
Yeah, that was a good session. Goliath, vampire.
Is that the pyramid with the green genocide stone on around, or is that a different pyramid?
Can't remember seeing it.
Genocide stone.
The party have generally sworn off Janai stones of late. It seemed to cause a lot of trouble for them.
See, there's one, you need to find the green one to get rid of it. Break off the seal and stop them having their power. Believe the play to be true. If my memory is right on that, I don't know.
Here we go. There you are.
I know where we can get lots of Janai stones.
That's fuck on.
Oh yeah, there's lots down there, but
But they're all on the
can't
other
go
continent, though, I can tell you that from the thing.
there. There's also a big mound,
Oh, yes.
which is now unsealed.
Pretty sure we sealed that for a good reason.
We did.
Yeah.
Portal into another world.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The other world's nice.
That was fun.
It's
Was it
nice.
full of
Not that we
dinosaurs?
know. Not that we know. You've got to remember. Not that we know.
It was full of dinosaurs that wanted to eat us.
Garrus couldn't use that.
All right. We good to go?
Yes.
Let's roll initiative.
So have I had a long rest or a short rest?
You've had a no rest. You settled down and closed your eyes. It's been about 5 minutes.
So 0 to 5. Let's start. I'm hoping giving this one.
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're half asleep.
You are half asleep, to be
It's
fair.
stretching.
I mean, we should just leave me at the top.
No, probably 5 to 10.
10.
What's your plus? Probably higher than Nazak's.
4.
Kishan.
I got a 16.
I got 19.
Ooh! Tobias, quick off the mark.
I rolled a 17, just not that impressive.
Don't know so you good rolls
So
now.
I do have my barbarian feral instinct. If that was a surprise round.
I'd say it's a surprise round. So yeah, do it.
So I can
Does Melody
use
get a
a
minute?
rage
You can
and act normally.
Okay.
Oh no. It's becoming 3D. I don't like that.
We are in so much danger.
It's perfectly safe.
Yes.
What can go wrong?
Everything.
Anything and everything, yeah.
Alright. Lovely.
Look at you got cover.
Yeah. From knowledge, if anything. From information.
Alright, so you're having a nice sleep in there.
Yeah.
We will be using this part of the map over here to represent the shrine, even though it's a bit further over there. Okay.
The tree,
Leave the trees. The trees are going to be surrounded.
Yeah, the
So-
trees were there.
Let's.
Yeah. So you guys are over here.
I believe we were very far away from Nazak.
You're 10 foot behind. From
Very
memory.
far away.
We'd stepped away to talk,
Yeah.
rightly,
Yeah.
and you and the little girl had moved to the shrine. So, but it wouldn't have been ridiculous if we were just out of earshot of 10, 15 feet
Oh
at most.
yeah, I think Nazak's going to let a sound that will be easily heard.
Oh yeah, Nazuk's not a quiet rager.
Ooh.
That tickles.
Um,
Every time I've described him when he rages, he just froths at the mouth and snarling. And
Alright. There's a couple of trees down there. Nazak's up there with a little girl. And then we need a couple of people.
he needed a little girl.
The little girl, sadly, I don't have a little girl now.
That's does not sound good, does it?
So it's going to
We
be
need
this
a
hulking
mini
ogre.
of a little girl to represent.
The worst thing I've
Events.
ever seen.
Could have used that Shiva mini for basket.
You're fine. You're fine. You face much
You've got-
worse things than this.
Don't worry, the cunning plan will work.
Yes,
It has no other option but to work.
it's got plenty of options.
Wait, there's a plan.
It'll work and then it'll go
I
steadily
didn't
worse.
listen to the.
Can I have a mini for
I'm not gonna
Melody,
lie.
please, for comfort?
Oh,
For psychological
you
comfort.
need a minute for it, do you?
Oh, the
Please.
horse.
Yeah, Melody, yeah.
You don't
For
care.
psychological
Got horses
comfort.
over
Just
on the shelf, haven't we?
Will I be able to see it?
Yeah, yeah. Just on the shelves
Oh,
over
horse,
there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think there is one. Melody, thank you very much. Don't block the exit. Whatever you do, don't block the
Why?
exit.
They're perfectly safe. Why would you need to block this?
That Bane of Hail is a mimic.
You are having a nice, relaxing time on the hay.
I am.
And
yes.
if you decide to have a lie down and rest, you obviously decided there's no
I
danger.
wish I'd known
Yeah.
she was going to the hay.
You'd have joined her. Because you were on the second
So
level
you're in
as well,
there.
weren't
You guys up there. Need my.
You need
Just
the.
get like a Harley mini, I think. That'll do, won't it?
And you need the mom.
You mean the little girl, my mom.
Well, if mom
Neil?
can get up,
Neil.
obviously, and Neil.
Okay. So Neil's at the front. Use this nice brutish looking guy for Neil.
Chop, chop. How's Neil? I think Pepe's in position.
Pepe's in position.
Mom's going to be this rather like man looking.
Ross, all I would say is the cunning plan has worked before.
Okay.
It will work.
Okay.
I don't know what you're basing that on. It's like a Harley free zone in here.
I've got a halfling in the display cabinet.
Yeah. I should have a little dude. Sometimes I hand out to people and they make their way up there onto the shelves. Oh, alright, got one. Cool, got one.
You got one.
Okay, well, put him down there. Don't alarm anyone, I've got another beholder.
That one was in the bed, wasn't it?
That's in addition to the Zafik beholder.
And the Death Tower.
That's when they all have their annual gathering.
Okay. Right, so blood sprays out across the back of the shrine area, the shrinaria.
Yep.
Okay, you take damage. So you have something that allows you to act on this surprise round.
Yep. Feral instinct.
Okay.
I'm going to a rage and act normal. He'd just lash out, wouldn't he?
He would. That's what he would do.
So it's an unarmed strike because he's praying. So it's just lashing out. And that one's not going to hit.
Punches
Good
himself.
start.
Get rid of it.
18.
18 is a hit.
So it's 5, 6, 7 bludgeoning as he punches her. And then 3 radiant.
Alright, so muscles take something. You swing out wildly. One hand for the air before your second hand comes around, slapping this little girl hard across the face. Her head, audible slap on her face, and her head snaps to the side.
6 radiant, sorry.
6 radiant damage.
Yep, 6 radiant and 7 bludgeoning.
Alright.
Get +3.
Nice. As you look down at her, only small in comparison to you. Her head snaps to the side and her face comes back smeared in blood, her nose smashed to one side. Blood running down across her mouth, filling her teeth. Okay.
Oh yeah, now that feels bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Then instinctively start going for the great sword and putting it out.
Okay. Wonderful. So that brings us to the first proper round. Top of the round. It's Missy. Missy, back, her teeth, bright white, was surrounded with the crimson blood that's filling her mouth. It spills out of her mouth, runs down, and just a drip of it falls onto her dress. She reaches down, picking up the doll off the floor. Meanwhile, Evandriel, her head is snapped to the side, shudders violently, and then one hand comes up of the woman in the bed. Right, so, picked her up, and Missy runs towards you with her hand outstretched.
Is that Yvette? Just sorry, it's Missy the doll and Yvette is the girl.
Yeah, Yvette's the girl, you've got to remember. Yvette runs towards you.
The doll isn't chasing him.
Missy, like, dragging behind her. She reaches out with her hand. Oh, you lucky bastard. So that's a natural 1 and an 11.
Oh, they both miss. Jesus.
She is quite short, there you go.
Just runs between the legs.
Okay, she runs at her hand. As she gets close to you, swings aside, her hair just lashes along the side of you. You feel a soft caress of her hair touch you. Natural 1.
What? Jesus. Oh, 3 attacks. Jesus. She's
One with the hair.
Alright.
Oh, he's seen weirder things. Okay.
Right, that's me done for now, so Tobias.
Has the little girl's appearance changed at all, or is it?
So you hear the noise and you look over. You see Nazak lash out, slap this girl across the face, her head coming to the side, blood spraying out across
He's
the
also covered in blood, I assume.
yeah, blood all down his back. And the girl picks up a doll, hands out, and runs towards him.
Dios míos.
Yeah, in this case of how I actually seen the little girl trying to attack. Probably not.
You have to discard that unfortunate player instinct of it's a little girl, she is obviously evil.
Yeah, it's a case of how I. So basically, I looked up and seen a girl running towards him, and
Yeah.
there's blood everywhere, but.
You've certainly seen Nazak hit her though. So whether that leads you to believe Nazak has hit her with good reason,
And I'm reaching for my sword.
or is Nazak controlled and is going to slaughter an innocent girl, who knows?
That's the thing.
Do we get extra extra XP if we kill Nazak.
It's worth quite a bit.
The XP is spread between fewer players.
But if there's only one player left,
Traitor.
I get it all.
I'm sure he's referring to you. You know,
Yeah,
he'll kill
either
himself
that,
at the
yeah,
end.
I'm just going to come in the morning after and just see that.
I will. What on earth is going on here? And I will hold Ray of Frost if there's a. I'm seeing him start to fight something.
Yeah,
So if I see something that's a threat to him,
understood. If you
I'll
see
wear
something
for-
that's a threat to him, you'll go.
I don't know for sure. So it's
Okay,
so I've got like, what on earth is going on here?
Kishan. Same dilemma.
Kishan's on it. Kishan is.
Not afraid to kill a little girl.
He's not afraid to kill a child. He's killed before, he'll kill again, if I'm honest.
Okay, all going out on YouTube.
It's the nature of sardonyx. Gives
Yeah,
you one
yeah.
and takes the other. Having seen Kishan trusts Nazak implicitly, as Nazak has saved his life. So
Okay.
if Nazak's going to attack something, Kishan's going to aid.
I'm cool with it. Yeah, it's fine.
In for a copper, in for a gold.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Hex on the little girl.
Okay.
And I'm going to Hex her wisdom.
All right.
And I'm going to look up at Pepe and give him the nod. And as my main action, I am going to hold Sacred Flame on the child.
Okay.
That's Pepe's response.
And Pepe, on his turn, is going to use his mimicry ability and shout, "Yvette, get back to the house! Oi!" Like her dad did. He's going to mimic
Neil.
Neil.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good.
Means Yvette needs to make an insight check as to whether she believes it to be Neil calling her back to the house or not.
Let's do that.
With disadvantage because of the hex. We've gone all in on the cunning plan, boys.
Okay.
It's a 10 to make it.
10 to make it. I'm going to make it.
Damn it.
Just
Plan's up in smoke already.
I roll the same on both dice.
2 natural 20s.
No.
Yeah, I'm holding Sacred Flame for if she attacks Nazak again, or goes to
All right.
hurt
Good.
Nazak. That's what I'm holding for.
Evandriel. Arm shoots up out of the bed of this woman.
Does she look like she's breathing?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Not sure what I can do for her though.
Let's end that status.
Does she seem to have noticed me?
Her eye is rolled back. Doesn't seem to be paying any direct attention to you. The hand's not reaching towards you, it's reaching up towards the ceiling.
Okay. I'm going to make my way over to that door.
The back door?
Yeah.
Front door, yeah? Okay. Six.
Yeah, that's 30, isn't it? And which way is the shrine from you?
So it's straight up the back, and it's you can literally take it that if you go off the back of the screen and come on here, that's about the right distance.
Okay, so if I open the door, and then I'll use the rest of my action to move.
Okay. Up the back, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Leaving the door open or closing it behind you?
I'll close it behind me.
Stepping out, closing the door. You can still hear Neil's rhythmic hitting of the logs as you hastily make your way up the back path. Vandriel done. Nazak.
Where's that dodgy little girl, the dodgy dog?
He'll swing again. This with a great sword, +2. So that's 28.
28's going to hit.
Says 6, 12, 14 slashing.
Okay.
And 5 radiant.
Okay.
Second attack is 16.
16 is a hit. It's only a little go.
Oh, that's a bit better. It's 9, 15, 17 slashing and 7 radiant.
Okay. So, for you two, see Nazak bring this great sword up, bring it down with all his weight on this little girl's shoulder. She crumples to one knee, the blade digging deep into blood sprays across the floor. You hear the crack of bone as the weight of this mighty sword breaks into her body. Nazak pulls it back again, slams it down into her, her arm cracking with the impact of the sword. That's it. Is that you done, Nazak? Meanwhile, just close your eyes. Hear a bird nearby tweeting, the gentle swaying of the corn in the field. There's a light breeze. Just peek up one over a second. You can actually see the corn just swaying a little bit out the door. It's nice.
Wonderful. Peaceful.
Okay. Close your eye again. Is there anything you'd like to do on this round?
Tranquility.
You've heard nothing of
I was going to ask you. Heard nothing. I am going to see if I could catch a very quick snooze.
Very quick snooze. All right. So then we will move on to the top of the round. And that being the case, she lifts herself up, one arm limply hanging to the side. She reaches out with her good hand towards you again. 28 to hit. Hand touches you. And as it touches you, you feel a number of sharp pinpricks dig into your skin. Can you take 14 points of slashing damage?
14.
Yeah. And as you take that, there's her arm solidifies and she reaches out with that one as well. This one is going to be a 16 to hit you. That is going to be 16 points of slashing damage. And with her two hands on you now, digging into you, she lifts herself up on the ground and pulls in close to you. You feel a hair brush against you yet again. 19 to hit.
Yep.
You watching on, reach out towards Nazak, seemingly hold on to him and pull herself up towards him, her head brushing into his chest, and then you see her hair, blonde, filling with red from his body. Just red flows from his body up her hair into his scalp. Nazak, can you take a tiny amount of damage? It's fine. It's only little. It's a small hair caress. 21 points of piercing damage. And you grappled.
Okay.
7, 15.
Would that trigger your held action?
I was going to say,
I think it will.
That definitely would trigger mine.
it certainly triggers mine.
Not that I need any help or anything, but
Okay, So she holds on to and as you see her nose come back into shape.
Yeah.
So that triggers my hell action from.
Yeah.
So it's 16 to hit with Ray of Frost.
Yeah, it's going to hit.
It's a pitiful 1 point of cold damage.
Reduced by 10 too.
Yeah, if she does decide to move anywhere, her movement is down by 10 feet until
All right.
my next turn, which is actually like now. But
There we go. All right. Yeah. So there's a frost comes out. Something. Nazak, you feel the cold touch your body.
Can't dexterity saving throw. 14. That's what you've got to get.
Okay. 24.
Dexterous.
Oh yeah. She's holding on to Nazak's body, moving herself around. See all these strands of hair seemingly injected into Nazak's flesh. Okay. That is me done. Tobias.
so seeing that's very not natural.
That's not right.
That's not right at all. I'm going to grab my holy symbol and become demon, and it's arcane abjuration, which is it's basically turn undead, but for celestials, elementals, fae, or fiends.
Okay.
So it's a wisdom 13 save,
Which is a disadvantage because of the hex. I am going to make that.
That's fair. If you hadn't, it was just a case of you would be frightened,
Yeah.
just like turn undead, but it's fair.
Not by much, but I made it.
So that's my child doing it. He's minute.
All right.
So that's my action. I'm guessing Nazak's looking pretty hurt right now.
Yeah, not quite bloodied.
Well, it'd be bonus action healing word.
I appreciate it.
You can have a whole 7 points back, so you got the full amount. Only first level, but
Okay. So you call out, "Be gone!" You do it, holding out your holy symbol, hoping for something to work. Hair falls away. You can see the hair pulsing as blood is fed into her body. Just one eye and part of her mouth appears between the hair. I can't go. Mummy needs feeding. Mummy wants me to prove myself. Okay.
yeah,
Tobias done. Kishan.
I'm going to look up, give Pepe the nod again.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action. I'm going to give Nazak a 1 dice of healing light as well. So that's
Hopefully big dice.
1d6, which is 5.
Thank you.
May all help.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah.
That's 2 more of the slaps I can take.
There you go. I'm then, as my action, I'm going to cast Chill Touch,
Okay.
which is going to be 21.
Yeah.
Which is going to be for 4 necrotic damage with the hex.
Okey-dokey.
Because this D8 is cast. Pepe is going to do his Yvette, get back to the house! Again, mimicry ability, and then he's going to fly straight up in the sky.
Okay.
Just going to fly up.
All right. So Pepe makes his way back to the house, right?
He's going up, but he's in his
Gonna
next
stay
turn.
night.
I'm going to ask. He's going to look for Scratch next time.
All right. Okay. So that's Kishanda.
That's Kashanda.
Evandriel. Running up the path.
Is it clear enough to make a run action?
Yeah.
so you go here, so it'd be what 5, 10, and then continue on.
Yep. 15,
Yeah.
20, 25, 30. So you're just up the path by the edge of the woods. You can't quite see Nazak and the girl, but you can see the other two. They're in the edges, waving their hands around.
Doing the magic
I'll
shit.
continue running.
Okay, so. Okay, you get to within 15 feet of them. Anything else? Any bonus actions?
Can I see Nazak or not?
Give me a perception check.
What is that dice? No, I should have gone the other
It's
one.
obscured by the bushes, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. No, that's me.
Okay, Nazak.
Horrible feeling that if I don't break the grapple, that head's just going to carry on draining me the mountain hit me. But that's metagaming. Nazak's not going to know that. He's just going to carry on swinging.
Alright, she's right on your body. You're trying to bring the sword round to get a hit on her.
18.
That's a hit.
7 radiant. 8, 9, 10, 16 slashing. Ooh, 13.
13 is a miss. Yeah. So you manage to get one blow in her, but then swing the sword around with her on your body. Try to get another hit in. No luck.
Yep. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, Nadia. Gentle breeze. A little bit of a creak coming from the barn. Just for your eyes rolling back. Make a perception check.
9.
Just nice and relaxing. Easy. Okay. Just briefly hear neigh of the horse nearby. Lovely. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, Jamie, just because I've got full health, so I'm not going to be napping for long. So
Okay.
I might start having a look at what's around the barn.
Oh, you can have a look.
If that's the case.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So
Melody's
you're
fed.
there now, so you open your eyes. It appears to be quite a bit of wheat in here.
Melody looks fed.
Melody is stamping her foot.
She looks displeased, so to
Yeah.
speak. She's not happy. Doesn't look happy.
Doesn't look happy at all.
Oh, I'm going to get out of there then. My
Okay.
palsy Walsy's not feeling it, but I'm going to go on Melody out of there.
So you stand up,
Yeah,
getting off the hay bale.
yeah.
Half your movement.
Dust myself off, as
Okay.
you do. And I'm going to try to get onto... If the door is wide enough and tall enough, I'll get onto Melody and leave.
So you move towards Melody and you can see there's blood running down her leg and flanks.
Blimey.
Seems to be some large thorns embedded in her body.
Fresh. new stuff. Okay. We're going to try to help Melody, see what's going on.
Okay. What?
Medicine check or whatever it would
You
be.
can do a medicine check, yeah.
Yeah. Poor Melody. 18.
Okay. Yeah, these thorns are obviously freshly embedded in Melody's body. It looks like from the way they're snapped off, they've only just broken off whatever they were on, whatever tree or bush or whatever they come from. You can also see that Melody's legs are
Weak.
weak.
Okay. So, what's the light in the barn like?
There's light coming through, there's like slats of light coming in here, it's reasonably well lit.
Okay. So I would sort of be aware that it's not anything that come from the barn that hurt her. It's not a thorn
You
from
take
the
a quick
barn.
glance around, there's just hay, there's a few unusually upstanding sheets of wheat in here.
We're going to get out of there, me and Melody. I'm not going to go on her because she looks a bit weak, so we're going to go into daylight and
Okay.
get some healers for Melody.
Yeah, so you're going to go out. Okay,
Right now.
Yeah?
I'm a little busy right now.
Oh, don't worry.
hold right there.
I get it.
Just leave you where you were.
How should do it?
What's your arm class there?
14. It was nice knowing you guys. And you are walking home. let me know when to pick you up.
Okay. As you move past the sheaves of wheat, they lash out towards you. One of them making contact with you.
These demons, man.
So, can you take
No.
8 points of piercing damage? As the wheat lashes out, you look down towards these sheaves, thinking these sheaves weren't actually in here when you first lay down. And as the wheat sheaf comes back, you can see there's a hand, wooden-like arm, very small, but it's lashed out towards you. A small face hidden within the sheaf of wheat. So you've used your actions in medicine. You've got received an attack of opportunity as you move towards the door. Well, yeah.
I've got an attack of opportunity.
No, you received one.
Okay,
because
gotcha,
you walked
gotcha.
past these.
This is going to be an awful waste of a spell slot, but I'm going to go for Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Is it at all conceivable that I could have gotten Melody close to me so we are sort of heading towards the door?
No. You've maybe trying to pull Melody out, but Melody's pulling back, and there's also not enough space around these things. So you could be pulling Melody, but you've sort of stopped here at getting attack opportunities on you.
Gotcha. And it's ground floor, isn't it? It's the ground floor that we are at. Okay. I'm going to turn closer to Melody, towards Melody.
I mean, you got outside the door then. I think
I'm
Melody's
outside,
here.
you say? Okay, got you. Okay, so I am where I am then.
The reins pulling back towards Melody. Melody pulling back at it with where these sheaves of wheat are and the small faces looking out of each one of them, 4 of them.
Okay, so the only thing I could do is reaction at this point, can't I? Because I've already
Yes.
wasted my fun stuff on the other stuff.
So, yeah, you rebuke, did you say something?
Yeah, Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Oh, yes, point your finger. Dexterity saving throw of 12. Do I need to make?
I'm going to make that.
You are.
Yep. So the blast from you, the wheat gets...
Oh, they still get half. You're right, yeah. So I get, so you take half on the failed, or the successful on apology. So 2d10s, bear with me. Wherever they are hiding. It's a 1
They
and
look like
a...
that. You benefit.
Beautiful, yeah.
I'm not going to show Ross because he's got this book and he'll instantly know what it is.
So what's
Tome of Beasts.
10 total, so 5.
How is that one?
I've got 1 and a 9.
One press.
What a mix.
10.
Buy their books from.
Blast the wheat, moving away from it, being blown through. The little creature stands up.
Does it catch fire since it's made out of wheat?
No.
210. Alright then, I guess that's unfortunate me for now.
Top of the round.
One kicks off so far as still waiting for payment on it.
No.
Okay.
Nearly 2
Can't trust
years
anything
ago.
these days.
So I have very little faith in them right now.
Cobalt press are good.
Alright.
Cobalt press are good.
Top of the round then. So, she's on you, Nazak. Little hands there, climbing up your body, hair wrapped into you. She gets up to be face height as you're swinging around your sword, madly trying to get into her, scarcely able to make contact. Her fingers reach up towards your face, digging in on either side. Can you make? I believe it's going to be a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to use my inspiration on that because that's another 11. Improves it to a 14.
That is not enough. So she climbs, clean up to your face, digging her fingers in, stretching out. You watch on in horror as her fingers dig deep under the flesh of Nazak's face, pulling in tight and ripping his face clean off.
You can enjoy the club.
It's a barbarian thing.
Blimey.
Can you take?
All the damage.
14 d10s.
Top load. It's a handful of dice he's got there.
They're all D4s, so it's fine.
Yeah, they did sound like D4s. They sounded small, didn't they? Not clunky. Not D20.
If Dave was here, we'd count them.
They can't come past 11 though.
54 points
Holy mackerel!
Holy guacamole!
of slashing damage. And pulls it. You can see the loose skin of Mazak's face. Mommy likes dollies. You're stunned
I'm not surprised.
until the start of her next turn. All right. That's her done. I presume you're still on your feet.
Because it's slashing damage, yes.
Yes, it is, yeah. Slashing damage. So you're stunned. It's Tobias's go.
You need to come and face back, guys.
At the moment, Nazak's face is just a red gore with bone and sinew visible.
He'll walk it off.
Seen him worse, guys. I'm sure you have.
I'll buff out on
I'm
short
gonna-
rest, I'm sure.
Move to Nazak. It's like 10 feet?
15.
15 feet. Oh, great. Reach out. It's like an instant. Run towards him, hand out, and casting Cure Wounds at 2nd level. So you can have 16 hit points back.
Okay. As you touch him, instantly scabs form across his face.
I won't touch it. It'll be one part. I can just reach out, grab hold of him.
Yeah. As it's just scabs form all across Nazak's face. Immediately, one cracking and weeping running down over his flesh. Her holding the face back there looks out at you.
I'll shout at Nazak when I'm right up close to him. Free yourself from this demon, and I'll move away.
Okay.
So if she wants to tackle Jane at me,
No, you go 15 feet back towards me?
yeah, back to where I was going.
Okay.
I guess if she can lash out at me.
You move 5 feet away and there's nothing, but as you get 10 feet away, her hair reaches out impossibly long towards you.
So.
26 to hit you.
Oh, I'll do it.
Can you take? That's 15 points of piercing damage. Oh, sorry, Nazak. Can you take an additional amount of damage for me, please? Can you take an additional 13 points of damage at the start of her turn?
What type?
That it's going to be necrotic damage. All right. So you've just taken that piece of damage. You're okay.
Well, I'm not okay, but
Did she regain any health from that with that? Did it?
You shouldn't have been able to.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was going to remind you of that.
Okay. So that's Tobias. You ran away. Oh, you're also grappled within 10 feet of her.
lovely.
Same sort of thing. Hair is embedded in Tobias' body. You run and go. You pull back by it as it gets you in the back. Kishan.
Well, what do we have here? This has been a turn of events. Once again, that spectral hand comes out. We're going to chill touch her. Natural 20.
Yep. That'll get it.
Nice.
I'm going to double the dice, so 22 necrotic damage.
Okay. (22 necrotic damage).
that. And Pepe's up in the air. He's going to look for Scratch. If you want reminding who Scratch is.
Where?
In the sky.
I do reminding you of Scratches then.
Scratch is a little seagull who speaks
Oh
to
yes,
Burn.
of course. Yeah, Burns.
Burn's little pal.
Okay, make a perception check on that one.
15.
15. No sign of Scratch.
No sign of Scratch. Okay, then he's going to make his way. Well, he'd have just flown straight up in the air, so he would just then make his way across to the farmhouse, which would be over here. I need to know how much movement a raven has.
60 probably. Most birds do.
It's 50-foot flying. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, it's not got very far.
Alright. Done then?
That's me done.
Alright, Vandriel.
Right, so I'll move up. Can I see what's going on now?
Oh, yes. Yes. He's in Nazak's face. It's awful. Little girl attached to him. Nazak's face, the skin of Nazak's face in her hand. Hair peeled off into Nazak and Tobias.
Nice.
Obviously, the hair is pulsing as it's pulling blood in.
And what does that? I'm going to...
She's worth it.
At second level, I'm going to cast a Dissonant Whispers at the little girl.
Okay.
DC 14 Wisdom save.
Wisdom save, disadvantage. With disadvantage, I'm going to get 20. Dirty 20.
It's still half of it.
Still half, yeah.
It's an incredibly wise child.
She's seen much for a young one.
So 13 halved.
Necrotic. Psychic.
Psychic.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, head pulls back, shaking it from side to side. Banjo done? Anything else?
No, that's me done.
Nazak. Stunned.
Yep, that's me done.
Nadia?
Blimey, that came round quick. Okay. So I'm safing out of the barn. There's 3 creatures there with Melody.
Oh, yes, of course. And I forgot to do their turn. Right before you. Let me just skip back to them. Thank you, Ross. They are not as dexterous as her, so their initiative wouldn't be up there. All right. Each of the 4 of them at you, sticking their tongues out at you. You see each of their tongues looks like a long thorn, and as they at you, they all fly towards you. Oh, only 2 of them will do that. Only 2 of them will do that, because 2 have already used it. So that is a 13 to hit you.
14.
And a 21 to hit you.
That one does.
Okay, so one of them by you, and the other one hits for 6 points of damage. Right, and the 2 that didn't at you will run out towards you. The first one getting out there. Well, then it will use its small hands to try and claw at your legs. It's a creature only tiny. Alright. So that is an 18 to hit you, which is going to do 7 points of slashing damage as it gets its claw in. Natural 1 with its second attack. Other one moves in. It's going to claw you. That is 24 to hit you, which is going to do 7 points of damage.
Adios, dear amigos.
Are you down? Okay.
That's what you get for napping on the job, guys.
So you go down, just feeling the last slash. Okay. That was just before you go. Nadia, your turn. Can you make a death saving throw, please? That's a pass. Top of the round. It's her go. She releases Nazak and Tobias, dropping to the ground. Mummy, protect me. Mummy, protect me. Starts casting a spell.
Counter spell.
Counter spell.
I was going to say it in jest. So I'm so glad. I forgot Bars had counter spell.
Gotta have some tricks, you know.
Yeah.
I think Evandra's got plenty of tricks. We saw that on the road.
You did.
Alright.
Kishan really thinks now your true form is Father Howell.
She could convince you of that.
It's a second level spell. So
Excellent.
you cancel it. Make an Arcana check.
Ooh, maybe. That's 16. 17.
You recognise the incantation. She's casting invisibility. But you exert your will and you see a look of frustration as it does not go off. Okay. So that's Axa. So she will. You're no longer stunned.
I'm definitely taking that as an opportunity.
Yeah, you are.
No. So 11. That one's going away.
Her movement is reduced by 10 foot, is it? Is that still a thing?
No, that was the last
one.
round. Half off their little but we can already run. We're probably really fast.
So you see, drops down off Nazak, frustrated not cast a spell. She runs around the group, running back towards the farmhouse. Tobias. Nazak's face clenched in one of her hands, little doll in the other hand.
I'll picture.
The doll is now drenched in blood.
And she's not looking great, is she? She's like hobbling and
She looks absolutely fine.
she's absolutely fine.
She was hobbling. She did have a broken arm. Her face was all smashed in by Nazak.
No,
She's got cuts and damage to her, but she does not look anywhere near as badly damaged as she initially did.
Well, let's put some guaranteed damage in. Magic missile.
Okay.
This is Tobias, man. He's got it all.
It's only a total of 9 from the 3 bolts.
Okay. 3 fly out, slamming into the little girl in the back.
I'm kind of cleric, man. We get tricks. Paradox does magical stuff.
Okay, cool. So it slams into her back. Runs towards the house. Anything else, Spice?
So who's down? Everyone's down now apart from you. I'll say we have to follow her and within 10 feet of her. Yeah. I'll stay where I am for now. But I'll say to him, we have to follow her. And that's it.
That's it. Okay, Tobias done. Kashan.
What would Kashan do?
That's something only you can tell us.
That's kind of your job right now. Tell us.
I need to remember fanatical focus.
I want to turn towards her.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Mind Sliver,
Ooh, nice.
which is a intelligence saving throw 14, please.
Intelligence saving throw. Okay.
Favourite of Ross is that one?
14.
14.
22.
Okay. There's not much else I can do other than 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
As a reaction, she's going to take that attack of opportunity on you. We've got a 10-foot reach on a hair attack. Okay.
Could you go around her broader, wider?
I very much could have, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's done now.
It's done
It's
now.
done.
No, I'm just wondering.
Okay, so it's a 19 to hit you with the hair.
That's hits.
Bless you.
Okay. So that is going to be.
It's fine, don't worry. Don't worry.
Can't see you comforting me right
Is
now.
it the damage or run away with Nazak's face, which is the real issue right now?
We're just after Nazak's face, because as soon as she attaches it back to her, she becomes Nazak.
22 points of damage.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just slamming into your body, piercing your flesh.
Ow! What are you doing that for?
Retaliation for you being nasty to him. Saying bad things about her dad.
Pepe's going to continue on towards that zone.
Okay. Give me a perception check for Pepe.
21.
Alright. Then you can quite happily see
Not that she bloody wants to,
little
Jamie.
creatures dragging Nadia's body towards the back of the house.
What is a sacrifice? That will be relayed telepathically, and Pepe is going to continue on his quest. 15, 20, and where does he come out?
Just at the top here.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's hovering. He is fairly high in the air.
I'm not fucking dead yet, you know, you raven.
How high?
He's 50 feet in the air.
Just use this for now. Keep him up out on side, eh?
Can't believe he's come to eat me, honestly. I'm not cold yet.
He used his full movement to.
Yeah. Alright.
Is that a proper flight base?
It's a 3D print. Alright. That's Kashan done. Evandriel.
How battered does Nazak look?
Doesn't look good. Regardless of what he tells you on his hit points, he looks awful.
His face is just. She's just run off with his face. How do you think he looks?
He looks so ugly, even Evandriel wouldn't.
No, 54. No, 54 damage there. Took him down a lot.
Well.
And then the 13 the start smitten.
Okay. Well, how far away from Nazak am I? I can't see him.
15.
Okay, I'll move 15 to Nazak. I'll cast a Q on him and then I'll move 15 back to where I am.
Okay.
Thank you.
But skipping, I imagine, because it's Evandriel.
Yeah, probably.
Or working it.
She likes to skip, you know. She used to skip everywhere if you remember when I first started playing her.
All elves do.
She used to always skip.
Oh, guys. You eating. It's making me want to eat Jaffa cakes.
You see,
No.
You
Thank
see, you stress. You eat out of boredom. We eat out of stress. This isn't even a baby, Jamie. This is just a food belly.
Go on, have one.
19.
No, I'm good, thank
Have
you.
one.
No, it's alright, thank you. I will go and eat something in a minute though. Okay. So you did that. You done?
Yeah.
Nazak.
He's just going to blindly chase him.
Yeah. Blinking away the blood from your eyeballs. Eyelids are missing. It's going to be difficult to sleep tonight.
Grim.
John feels your pain.
Yeah, he's just going to charge after her, and he's going to be swinging. He may as well do reckless attacks.
He's going to 20 feet away.
So 18's a hit, isn't it?
Does it hit?
That's
Did you make shield touch concentration?
No, it's a contra.
14 slashing and 6 radiant.
Hexes. I made that.
Sorry, Ross, how much damage is that again?
14 slashing and 6
14
radiant.
Cool,
slashing,
thank you.
6 radiant,
Well
all
done, man.
magical. And then the next one's also going to hit. I'm going to use my extra damage on that as well from Orcish Fury.
Shake those high numbers into it.
Ooh, that's 9 radiant.
Oh.
That's max radiant. That's 10, 12, 14, 20 slashing.
20 slashing. Okay.
Again, all magical.
Nice, yeah.
So it's like 20 and then 29. You just like 40 like that would be around.
Yeah. Run up behind a slash. Cutting wide into a. It seems impossible that such a small girl could be repeatedly just withstanding these hideously mighty blows coming from Nazak.
That's all you can do.
Okay.
I need to get something else where I can do something
You guys
else.
want to try polished breadsticks with cheese and onion?
I'm okay, thank you.
Call me curious.
No.
No.
Go
You
on
have
then.
to try one.
No, go on, I will, yeah. So, yeah.
Cultural experience, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be trying new things. That's
There you go.
Not bad.
And it's got onion in it, so it's technically a vegetable.
Oh, yeah.
And chives.
It's probably
Just got one 5 a day then.
It's like chocolate is as well. Crucial.
Not chocolate, so it's allowed.
There you go.
Technically, I'd eat the bottom half of the Jaffa cake.
Just bread.
And that's got orange in it.
So it's even healthier.
Alright.
You won't catch scurvy.
Issue all of the sailors with Jaffa cakes. Okay. So,
She can't rip my face off again.
That can only happen once, that's for fair.
So when she goes to your scrotum, you.
Oh,
That's the next place you went.
death saving throw, please.
Okay. Blind today, sorry. It's been a little while. 4.
That's a fail. One's pass, one fail.
Good and worse.
Took a round.
Freaking 10-year-old woman.
Probably 7-year-old actually.
Who would want it?
20-something.
Yep.
Toddler-sized eldritch horror.
Bride of Chucky.
That's 8 radiant and 12, 18 magical slashing.
Oh.
Tiffany.
Tiffany, yes. Well done.
Okay. That blow looked like it cut deep into it. She continues to run from you.
Whoa.
Okay, releasing you from the grapple as she moves away. Although at the beginning of her round, can you also lose
I'm down.
13 points of damage?
That's exactly what I took.
I'm down.
Okay. Yeah, as the hair pulls out of Kishan's body, he drops to the floor.
Very dramatically. That's
She gets that far away and turns her hand around. Yes! She goes to cast again.
She's casting.
She's casting.
No, she isn't.
Yes! It's a level 5 spell.
I can still try.
Can.
You're all.
How does this work? I've never
First of
done
all, make an
this
Arcana check. Let's see if I identify the spell.
before. 13.
I'm not sure what it is.
What do you roll on this then?
Spell casting modifier. So whatever your hit modifier is.
No, I think it's
Not
the
your
actual
hit. It's
spell.
your ability
So
modifier.
it's 3.
Yes. Mine was the other one. That was the other one.
So you roll a d20 and add 3 to it.
That's crap, isn't it?
Okay.
And if it's a fifth level spell, you're looking for 15.
That's
usually.
right.
Oh,
15.
That'll do it.
that's enough.
Frustration again. Frustration again as the spell does not go off.
Blow a kiss.
That's how she counters it.
That was Cloud Kill.
Oh! Damn it, that was gone. Yeah. We would not have survived, is it?
sorry. What was it?
Cloud kill.
Cloud kill.
What's that do?
Fifth level necromancy spell that's fucking horrible.
Constitution, 5d8 poison damage. And it stays. And
It's
continues
a
to
pretty
affect you.
big area as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot area, a range of 120 foot. Okay, but you thwart her again, Evandriel. Yeah! Frustrated, it's Tobias's go.
I've just seen you drop, haven't I?
With the sacred information that Nadia's been dragged off for an unpleasant party.
This reminds me of Duke getting carried away.
You taste it anyway.
They smell very nice. It's just the cheese content.
Is it even real cheese at this stage?
Cheese powder, probably. Yeah.
I'm gonna run over to Sean. Yeah, you are Sean. Yeah. And use my healer's kit to bring you back up.
Nadja! You meant Nadja!
I don't know where you are.
Yeah, the only person who knows you down at the moment is Kishan.
That's a lovely.
So what's your overall level?
Of course he's running
4.
away. Or limping.
So you get. I rolled. So you gain 11 hit points.
Yes, we're back in the game.
Healer's kit.
That's a-
Healer feat.
Yeah, that's an amazing.
But I can only
ability.
do that to you once per short rest.
That's okay.
That's the downside to it. I only do it to you once.
Is
That's
that
okay.
one-
11's all I need.
One player or once per player?
Per player. It's 1d6 plus 4 plus their level. The
Nice.
healer feat.
That's amazing. Pete.
But the thing is, once per
Yeah,
short.
but
That's
still.
the downside to it.
Alright, everything else
So
nice.
that's my action to do that.
Alright, running over, skidding to the ground and applying the thing. The healer's kit.
I need more than a few patches on my face.
You look like the Invisible Man.
You still look rough as shit, don't you?
Evandriel's caress has made me look a lot better, but not quite bloodied.
You look like a massive scab.
I'll turn back to Nazak. Fell this demon, and I will cast Healing Word as a bonus action. And you can have 7 hit points. running out of spells. But I've got you back up and I've patched you up, and I've moved.
That
Yeah.
was 30 movement.
I did have 3 first level spells two rounds ago. No, I have none. Third.
That's all I've got.
So you got, okay, device is done. Kishan, eyes open.
Stand up and shout, "These things are taking Nadja back to the house!" And then I'm going to say, "Oi! Nobody makes me bleed my own blood." and cast Guiding Bolt.
Alright.
Up the butt.
So Guiding Bolt is going to be
I know she's horrible, but still, let's not say up the butt to a little girl.
18.
Yeah, I realised that after I said it. It's a natural reaction to go.
18 is a hit.
18 is a hit, and let me just get all of my d6s out.
It's just a natural reaction to you hear my bolt, you say up the butt.
Yep.
You go for it with the Care Bear dice.
Because the Care Bears are here to give us a
6,
cheer.
The Care Bear step.
15 radiant damage, and everybody has advantage on her.
15 radiant damage.
15 radiant.
Well, the next attack has.
Oh, the next attack has radiant damage. Has advantage on her.
Okay, so there's a blinding flash of light comes from your hand, streaks towards the little girl. She screams out in pain as her whole body lights up for a second. You blink in the light. As you look afterwards, you see her down on the ground.
Death saving throws is
Away, Mike.
Okay, Kishan's done. Vandrew. I'm sorry, Kishan. Because you still got.
Bonus action.
If I may, bonus action, just heal myself for 1d6.
You may.
For 4 healing. Pepe's going to just.
Circle the area.
He's going. Oh wait, you can't do anything now. He's just gonna fly over to this gentleman and see what old man Woodchopper's doing.
Seemingly oblivious to the situation, Neil relentlessly chops the wood.
And he told me the barn was safe and welcoming.
Can we see what's going on with that from where we are?
Yes, yeah. With Kishan drawing attention to it, you can see these 4 tiny twig-like creatures hoisting Nadia's body up and carrying her towards the back of the house.
How far away is she?
From where you are.
Quite a way.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 19, 95, 100, 105. Give or take 5 or 10.
What about that?
Oh, okay. If I remember that close, I'd have got you up. Sorry. Next time.
There won't be a next time.
Unless you're on that one.
I'll double move closer to
Why
her.
did you say it?
Why the...
You fought it into it.
Double move closer, yeah?
Yeah. 60 feet.
Dios míos.
Okay. You run down the path towards where you can see what's going on. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Nazak.
I'm going over to the girl's body.
To collect my face.
Oh, I'm making sure she's dead. I will
Priority.
be hacking away into that body.
Alright. You bring your sword. Just repeatedly.
Yep, I'm in a blind rage.
That's cool.
She has my face. That's...
What's been there?
yeah. Sorry, Nadja.
It is what it is. We came here to do a job.
They are effectively double moving, but because of the weight of carrying Nadia,
Oh, come on now, Jamie, okay? I told you it was a baby, okay? In fact, I should have extra HP for 2 people.
all of this glowing stuff is bullshit. She's frumpy.
Honestly.
I'll have no fury, Jamie.
Woo.
So it's not half move, it's a quarter move there, Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah. Sensitive. Alright, so, yeah, moving another third person, so it's half movement. Regardless of whether or not they're encumbered by a parasite.
Bless you.
It's effectively what a baby is.
It is.
My unborn son alone.
Precisely.
They're parasites before they're born, and after they're born, nothing changes.
Just the
They're
amount
just
of money
parasites
spent.
that you can see.
I've done it 3 times. You're just going to wait for long enough until it pays back.
Eventually
Does
that'll
it?
start happening.
Eventually.
Okay.
Alright, so that was Nazak, hack it away. They are dragging you over there. It is Nudge's go. It's a death saving throw.
Just 3.
There's a 3, that's 2 fails.
Close to a 1.
Alright, top of the round. Nazak, you hack. Can you make an actual attack roll for me, please, on this?
With advantage.
Yeah, well, it's advantage for the phone anyway. But yeah. So the first one's going to be. Ooh, that was a 30-20.
Okay.
And the second one is 26.
Okay. So you bring it down hard on it. An arm flies loose. You bring the sword down, coming down, seeing as the angle of it, it's going to slash straight through her back, breaking her spine potentially. You also notice at the last second the doll in the line of it. Would you want to hit the doll, or would you avoid it?
Yeah, go for the doll.
Go for the doll. Okay. You bring the sword down hard. There's a crack. The back of the little girl snaps. The sword also comes through the doll, splintering it in what looks like a cloud of sawdust flying out. Okay. So that's her done. Really, you're taking the effect of your hacking away at it. Tobias.
I'm going to patch myself up with a healer's kit because I'm not looking too great. Action. That's and I'm going to move across to where Nazak's wildly swinging, and I'm going to pick up his face.
Okay.
Well, I say pick it up. I'm going to wrap it up in some cloth.
Okay.
And
You reach in, gingerly trying to get between the great sword that's repeatedly hacking down into the body.
and just try and wrap his face in
Just
some
get
cloth.
your fingers in there while the sword is up. As his sword comes down again into the ground, you pull the face out. All Nazak's features are there, just a bloody gore.
Yeah.
I start panting because my rage drops probably.
Yeah.
I'm just attacking the floor at that point.
You are.
Yeah. I'll do for the.
That's you? Yeah. Shan.
Let's say, by the light of sardonyx, we will finish this and cast Bless on you 3.
Oh, thank you. We have this.
Should have put a letter of light aside on it, we might finish this.
We could.
That sounds very fatey.
One way or the other, we'll finish it. Right. As soon
That
as
sounds very fatey.
fate, it's certain which way we'll finish it.
Okie dokie. So.
Am I within
Death.
Am I within 60 feet at this point of Nadja?
Looks like it, doesn't it? 10. Yeah, you're within 60 feet.
I'm going to give you a healing light, a very generous 1 HP. But
You're on the sofa.
you are up.
You are up and
Your
you are out
eyes
of
snap
the
open as you're bouncing along with all of these thorns in your body. It's not your go yet, though, so.
Yeah.
It's their go and they kill her again.
But it resets your. Message.
Yeah, she was on 2 fails, so that's good. Good. Shan done?
Kishanson, Pepe is still going to continue looking for Neil. Is Neil rhythm?
Neil's there. He's just stopped.
Oh.
He's stopped and standing there with the axe, looking around. Okay. Andrea.
How far away are these horrible little things?
They're about 60 feet from you.
10, 20, 30, 45, 50. 55 feet away.
Thank you
Like
very
those.
No problem.
I'm going to draw my bow and take a shot.
You go home happy tonight. They were 1 hit point back.
Oh, sometimes it's all you need. Sometimes. Isn't it?
Full fucking capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Great thing about this game, you can go home and say, I pretended to do something good for you today.
I tried, no, absolutely.
17 to hit with the Hydra's whale.
It's an epic name.
It's an Alpha Legion thing.
Did you try your D4? Or less?
No.
Just to really make sure you hit.
There's a minimum of 80.
Okay, sorry, what did you get? Sorry?
18.
Yes, that's a hit.
So it's so it's 5 cold and 3 piercing, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 cold and 3 piercing.
Alright, the one you hit just crumples in it, splinters on the ground. Anything else, Andrew?
I'll move 30 foot closer.
5, 10, 15. Which one jumps up?
Okay, it's from here, isn't it? 20, 25, 30.
Okay. Sandra done. Nazak. Breathing hard, you start to feel the rage dissipate, aware of the bloody mass splatter across the floor in front of you. You can just about see the little girl's hand sticking out of the blood. A little bit of blonde, red streaked hair, a foot, but nothing of the centre torso that you've obliterated.
Tobias has shouted that Nigel is down. What are we doing now?
On there. Package in my hand. We need to check the house. The mother might be very sick.
Okay. He'll start walking down towards the house. He will only move his 40 foot.
Okay. I don't know which way you're facing, you've got a lot of rings on you.
Oh, he's not raging anymore, so he's currently facing us.
He's just blessed. Hashtag blessed.
So you can see Naja and the needle people.
Yes.
He's gonna dash forwards and reach down and grab Nadia's feet, because I'm assuming she's grappled at this point. So I can't use an action to actually try and grapple her, but I'm gonna reach down and
hold her feet to stop any further movement. Yeah. She at the moment is still grappled because they've not had their turn. Yes.
That's all I can do.
It's a good start.
All right.
I appreciate that.
But I wouldn't.
Their turn. First thing they do is let go of her. She crumples to the floor just with her feet held up in the air by Nazak. Now, it does not do 1 point damage. So,
You came back for me.
one of them is going to claw Nadia, and hang on. One of them will run up and claw at Nazak, trying to get him off the feet, and the other one will spit at Evandriel.
How rude.
I will spit at Evandriel first. The fawn comes flying towards you.
Dirty bastard. Only blokes can do that to me. That's a cutting word, so D8 off that roll, please.
D8 off this roll. Wow. Okay, so that one's cocked. So it's an 18 up, so plus 5, that's 23, minus a D8.
Probably still it.
Minus 7.
Jesus.
That brings us down to 16, doesn't it?
Yeah, my old class is 15.
Oh, so close.
Such good efforts, though.
6 points of damage. One of
So
these
it's
barbs.
in the eye.
Straight in the mouth, that's what she deserves. Okay. One will claw Nazak, trying to get him loose. He gets 2 claws. One is definitely a miss. The other one is a 22 to hit Nazak,
Yeah.
which is going to do 6 points of damage. Just really, literally knee high, these things are. And Nadja. It's going to hit you. So they claws at you again, and you are conscious.
Kaput. No handman.
No.
Okay.
Oh, she's prone. Yeah, I should see if it's critical, shouldn't I? Really? And it's twice. No, it's not critical. So the first one's going to knock you unconscious, and there is a second attack in there as well. So, so you're
Where's
automatic.
Gump when you fucking
So
need
the it claws at you. You fall unconscious, and then you take a second hit. Because you take a second hit when you're unconscious, you're going to fail 2 death saving throws automatically.
This is how I kill accidentally all the characters when I'm TMing.
Okay, that's them done.
So,
Nadja, can you make a death saving throw, please?
it? 7.
Oh,
don't worry. We have a diamond.
okay. So they claw away Nudge's body on the ground. Tobias.
Well, I will be following the group towards the house, I imagine.
5. So you're in on the edge there.
At the edge, right? Oops.
Yeah, you come in, you can see the situation.
So they're just clawing at you on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, I get that. Let's see. It's one of those things where, as a player, I know, but I wouldn't know. So I would try and cast Healing Word on Nadja, but
No, yeah. Yeah, we all know. Yeah, you try and cast, she's non-responsive.
so that's what I've got. And I suppose I would action to. So that's a bonus action. 5, 10, 15. Oops. Just gonna get behind the group.
Okay.
Yep.
Tobias done. Shan.
I've had it with these mother fudging needle people. How many movement? 5, 10, 15,
Twig blights.
20.
Sorry?
Twig blights. They're twig blights.
They're not twig blights now.
They're similar.
These are children of the briar.
Not familiar with those.
I'm going
Out
to.
of that book, yeah. That's one I don't know anything about. I need to get some of these books.
I'm going to move closer as much as I can. 5, 10, 15.
15, so that's 20, 25, 30 if you're going in a straight line.
Straight line. The one which is clawing, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on.
Clawing at Nadja.
Clawing at Nadja.
Okay.
Got a bunch of coloured press books. They're all PDFs.
Because I'm wondering, is it a you or a me?
Sacred Flame.
Dexterity saving for a 14, please.
Yep.
13.
1d8 radiant damage for 1 damage.
1 damage. Okay. Yeah, it takes that. That's you done.
That's me done.
Vandriel. Plucking the thorn from your cheek.
And you from left standing.
3.
You want to be shooting at range, they're doing in case it goes wrong, I suppose. What are the rules for drawing weapons?
Rob your bow and you can draw a weapon for free.
But you
Or
got to
you
drop
can
it.
put your bow back on and take an action to draw you.
If you want to draw a second weapon, is that an action, is it?
Well, if you want to drop, just plan on drop your bow. It's free to do it. Then you can.
Draw bows.
Okay, I'll drop my bow and draw bows.
Yeah, right. You drop it to the floor. Pull out your.
Yeah. So where are you going? Do you want to get around the other side, do you? Or
I'll go around that side, yeah.
over here?
Yeah, that one.
I'm sure you got plenty of movement. I mean, to get around there.
Yeah. I want to hit the one that shot me in the face. I'll hit him with the silver avenged first. Which
Barbecue
is the
them.
sword, I think.
Kindling. They're virtually kindling already.
I was going to say, yeah.
But wet wood. Not. No, Ross.
Pepe would have just kept his eye on
Okay.
man.
He is. Yeah, he's paused and he's looking around the front of the property.
How is the tape? That's for it. $15 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's 9 points of damage.
Okay, still up.
And then I'll hit it with the dagger. Maybe not. $11 to hit.
That's a miss. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Okay. 9 on that one. Nazak.
Oh, I might as well just swing at the one that's in front of me.
Do you drop Nadia's feet?
Yeah. No. That's a nat 1. So, throw the feet to the ground. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to go grab a drink after a second nat 1.
Oh, okay. There go then. So the one who's clawing at Nadia's body stops, looks at it for a second, and then the one will stay on Nazak, and then 2 of them will claw at Vandriel. So the one on Nazak. That is a 16 and a 21.
Both hit.
For 7 points of damage and 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the 2 on Vandriel. They don't move for any advantage. So it's a 10 and a 15 to hit.
15 to hit.
This is the first one for 6 points of damage. And the second both will hit for.
I'll use cutting words on one of them,
Okay.
which is minus a d8.
Minus a d8. This should be easy. What have I got to get to hit you?
15.
Oh, then in that case, it'll definitely miss on one of them.
Yeah.
It only affects one roll.
Yeah, it's cutting
Yeah,
words.
so the other one will hit, doing 6 points of damage.
Okay.
That is them. Nadia, we'll just skip. Okay. Tobias. Okay. Nadia's body lies still now while his little twig things are running round manically. Or it would be funny if it wasn't so horrific.
I will. I'll Ray of Frost. That one.
Okay.
Was that the one you've been stabbing? Which one?
That one.
Which one you've been stabbing? $16 to hit.
That's a hit.
8 points of cold damage.
He's down.
So it's that one, wasn't it?
It's that one.
Um,
Yeah, he momentarily freezes over and then shatters.
I'll just say to the group, we need to get inside and check on the mother.
I wouldn't bother.
Thanks for checking on me. Fucking hell. You could at least make sure.
Bias goes and shoots you to make sure.
Different character.
That it?
That's it, yeah.
Kishan.
Pepe's relayed back to me that he's just looking around.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you guys are making quite a bit of noise at the back. He seems to be oblivious.
Is he looking confused? Or like
Looking around like he's looking for something.
Okay. Do you have a code?
Sorry?
Do you have a code? Something to.
He's gonna
The
breathe.
radius, yeah.
Yeah. That's not going to hit my friends, is it there? It's going to miss Evandriel.
I mean, it's going to get Nadia.
What are you doing?
Nadia's
Breathing.
dead, isn't she?
Do you know?
I'm pretty sure she's lifeless.
Okay.
Fine, I will bonus action healing light Nadia.
Okay.
And having seen no response,
Bit fucking
that's
late for that, you know.
I find a 6 hit points.
Cheers.
It doesn't make any difference.
Doesn't- I'm then gonna say chill out and breathe ice breath on these
Okay.
mother fudgers. Which is a Constitution saving throw, please.
Right, let's have a look. That's 12 and a 2.
12 and a 2. The 12 is going to take half damage, the 2 is going to take full damage. That's 8, so 4 for the 12, 8 for the 2
Okay,
cold
so they're
damage.
both still up. Out over them. Leaving a frosty residue over them and Nadia's body.
Preserved.
That's liqueur to the cooler. Okay.
Pepe is still looking.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So, that was Kishan, so Vandria.
I'm going to stab the
One in front of
one in front of you with my short sword. Probably missing 4.
Don't need that one.
12 to hit.
Just a miss.
And then I'll stab it with the dagger.
Alright.
That'll miss as well.
Alright.
That d20 decided to roll 3s.
Vandra's obviously better with her tongue than with her blades.
It's the first time she's ever gone to melee, mate. She's got 2 magic weapons. Shit in melee.
Nazak.
Do I really have to go into a rage to do this? Can I do reckless attacks out of ranges? I think I can. Let me just double check.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
It's just a attack.
Did you add your d4s to those?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
Oh, sorry, and I was going to say, the woman's got the same injuries as the doll.
Recklessly attacking the one in front of me. It's 20 odd.
Yes.
That's 9, 15 points of slashing damage.
You bring the sword down on this small twig-like creature. It's like bringing a full-sized axe down on some kindling. Just shatters into pieces. A little bit of wood spiralling up into the air and landing on the back of the roof at the back of the house. You watch it go up and you glance up on the roof and you can see a winged white creature up there.
Oh, shh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it very quiet?
It's not. It's up relatively high.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't come down. It's up there, but you just catch a glimpse of it.
once and swing at the other one.
Okay.
Back them down.
That's going to be 13, 14. Oh no, it's 15, 16 to hit.
Yes.
6, 9, 6, I think. 15 again.
That is it gone. So again, you shatter it just like a piece of kindling being hit with a great sword. All right.
And I'll point up. But why hasn't it moved? Not me.
Does anybody have anything that they can do about Nadia?
I can send the angel a threatening message.
We do not.
I don't have a bit of a fight.
No, we don't.
unfortunately.
No. If you want to send a message, you're welcome to.
Her soul's mine.
Spear of Dying doesn't work, does it?
No.
No.
Her
Soul's mine, that's what you're
soul's
gonna say.
mine, yeah.
All right.
It's what is it?
A voice comes back to you. No longer. Her soul belongs to Angelos.
Angelos, Schmangelos. It's Kishan time.
You can just about catch just a glimmer of Nadia's voice behind his own words. A black line appears where the creature is and it disappears. I'm going to take us out of initiative for the moment so everybody can act simultaneously because it's no longer a time sensitive issue for you.
I could pick my bow up.
Hmm?
I could pick my bow up.
You run back, pick your bow up.
What do you mean? The woman is the same as the doll, and I'm gonna start heading
Missing
towards the
one
back.
eye, the same eye that the doll's missing, and slash over her neck, the same as the doll. Exactly the same.
And I'm gonna.
Maybe we should
I'll
go
move.
back
I'll move to the house and
down.
I'll open the back door.
You open the back door. You can see inside some just light coming through the like shaft, through little holes in the shutters and so on. There's a broken body on the bed. Looks like something has struck this corpse with great force in the centre mass. I don't know. The body is lying at an awful angle, twisted, mangled, one eye missing, blood all over the sheets.
Do I need to move any closer to see if the body is clearly dead?
It's clearly dead. It would be amazing if anybody could survive this.
So on the positive news, it looks like the angel took her soul and we're free to...
A child has died. Her mother has died. What of the father?
Let's kill him.
I'm
No.
walking back up the hill
Okay.
towards
The shrine.
the girl's body.
Oh, the girl's body, yeah.
I'll go back outside. Where was the father?
He's out front chopping wood. As we speak,
I'll start walking around to the front of the house then.
Evandriel, you have a diamond, don't you? You're going to give it to me.
Do you have a diamond? Why do you know someone who'll bring her back?
I've got a couple of options. I'm sure Byrne might be able to help us.
Don't trust her. She'll end up owning the rest of you.
Right now it's our only shot. I helped you find out what your ring was.
Do I know anyone? Is the Temple of the Lie? Where it's in the Elven Quarter, isn't it?
There's a Temple of Light in the main part town. There is also one in the Elven Quarter. The door handle rattles on the front of the... Because you're glancing inside. Door handle rattles for the front door.
One was I closed. I opened the back door,
go back out.
looked in, went back out, and I've gone round the house.
Oh, you gone round? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, you go round in time to see him trying the front door.
Neil, wasn't it?
Yes.
Would you mind if I had a word with you? Come take a seat.
There's a huge pile of logs there, and he goes and sits on one of the logs, hand resting on the axe. Yeah. What?
You look confused. What's the last thing you remember?
His voice has changed as well. I was chopping this wood. A
Mighty fine job you've done as well. You look...
We've spoken.
Yes.
From the town.
Yes, I'm a resident of Mist House, yes.
I must check on my wife. He stands up again and goes to try the door.
I have some troubling news. As you can see, I'm a priest. Your wife was very ill. She has sadly passed away.
Takes his hand away from the handle and sits back down on the log. That can't be. We made a deal for prosperity and health. It was only temporary.
And looking around,
it was a godly deal. A godly deal.
I don't think God gave you these.
He said.
Who did you make the deal with?
A priest.
What was his name? Which god did he worship?
His name was Father Kine. Yeah. Father Kynan Splice.
Did he have any holy symbols? I'll show him the symbol of Paradox. This is the symbol of my god.
He did have a symbol. It was 3 eyes. I didn't recognise it, but he was earnest, and my wife, she told me she took care of everything.
So it was your wife that made the deal for both of you?
Yes. She said we could trust in no man. She's a traditional woman. Family values. No man who spoke about his mother so much could be evil, she said. So...
I see.
So we, a godly deal. We took and we benefited.
That deal may be coming to an end. You may have some very hard times ahead.
But we held up our end, we looked after the child.
The child?
Yes.
Your child?
No. She needed taken care of, so we agreed to treat her as her own until she grew to maturity.
So you adopted a child?
Yes, I mean, again, who could say no to such a thing? A priest visits.
And was this,
Promises
again,
you
this Father Kynan?
Yes.
And was this at a separate time?
It was a few weeks after we originally made the deal, yes. He returned with the child.
And take a moment, Neil. You sit down and...
She must be okay. I'll check on her. He gets up and goes to the door again.
I'll try and put my hand on his shoulder. No, stay sat down.
But she was just ill. I should see her. Maybe she's okay. Maybe you misunderstood. Maybe you misunderstood.
I'm not mistaken.
No. We made a deal.
I understand, but
We made a deal.
I'll just try and comfort him and just keep him sat down.
I always felt so. We wanted a child. I thought it would make me feel full. I just.
You did what you thought was the right thing.
I feel empty. I thought I would feel more. Now she's gone too. Are you sure?
I am sure.
Turns his face away from you.
I'll just kind of stay with a hand on his shoulder, just trying to comfort him while he sits there.
Picks her body up and walking next to the
She spent a little while scooping up her body,
shrine. Yeah, just what remains of it.
grabbing a foot and a bit of the body, and it's a bit of effort. It's like trying to carry a lot of socks if they were wet and drenched in blood. Bits of intestine. So you scoop it up and you take it up to the shrine. Okay. You get up near the shrine with the body. What do you do with it?
Carefully place it down. What would I know about the rites which Imogen could? Because it's Imogen's shrine. I don't want to desecrate her shrine. What would I know about their funeral rites?
Make a religion check.
Checks on the saving throw. Ooh, my days, Nazak. 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Imogen is a strong believer in burial, but nonetheless, a portion of the rites would still reach out towards Gar.
I would start digging an appropriate hole using.
The familiar voice comes to you as you start digging. Hey, what you doing? It's Car. Obviously, you know it's Car. You recognise my voice, right? Right. Hey.
Hello,
Hey.
Carl.
So, what are you doing there? Is everything okay? He's not. What are you doing?
I killed another little child.
Oh yeah, so you did. The voice is quite nonplussed at the prospect of killing a child. Yeah. Well, I'm sure it wasn't Charles. Nothing to worry about. Hey ho. We'll just leave it in the bush and move on. Yeah. Don't want to attract any attention right now.
But we're about Imogen Shrine.
Yeah, you sure? Well, I know all about that. I know about Imogen and everything. Of course I do. I'm Car.
So we should respect Imogen's word.
Yeah, we should do that. It's just that, I'm looking out for you. I'm always looking out for you. You pray to me, I look out for you. I'm just telling you it's not safe at the moment, okay? Just be careful what you're doing with bodies. We don't want to attract any attention.
What should I do with
She was born from a cow, so it's not even a person. Don't worry about it. Just leave her in the bush.
born from a cow?
Yeah. They can't actually birth their own young, so just best leave it alone. It's not a little girl. It looks awful and everything. I'm sure it does, but moving on. I've got my message. Look, I'm not going to be able to be in touch as much as just things are a little bit crowded at the moment. So just just be careful. Be careful.
Okay, I've made a temple for you.
Oh, great! Great! But don't draw too much attention to it. Don't tell anybody about it. I don't want to, just keep this between you and me.
The dead girl.
No, the temple thing. Just the shrine. Just don't. I mean, it's okay for you, but don't go telling a lot of other people.
Okay.
And just keep everything really, just keep everything low key until things settle down.
Okay, Carl, you know better than me.
It's just everything's really weak in between at the moment. So there's all kinds of people just pushing in, and and I like a good time. I like to do what I do. I like to do my job, but I like a good time as well. I like to make an insight check.
Yeah, wrong insight check. That's it. 9.
Okay.
That's appropriate.
Just between you and me, and I don't go telling other people this because I know that I'm a little bit different, and I spend a little more time speaking individually with people who are sending out their wishes and everything, and it empowers me, makes me feel stronger. But the thing is, just don't believe in everything. Okay? You can believe in me. 100%. I've got your back. I'm your God. Yeah? But don't believe everything everybody tells you. Unless it's me.
Okay.
Alright. Now if I were you, I'd hide that body in the bushes and get out of here.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you, Carl.
No problem. I've got your back, man. Alright. You run along now. Kiss, kiss.
He'll move away from the shrine.
The tone, even Nazat would know, was far more serious than you've ever heard before.
He will listen to what he reads as Carl, pick up the remains, make sure he goes some distance away.
Okay.
He won't throw them in the bush, he'll kind of like tuck them under and pull the bush over, get his dagger out and draw his mark of Car into the tree.
Alright.
And then say a few words what he thinks are the rights of Car and Gar mixed together.
Car and Gar. Okay. Lovely. So while Nazak's off doing that, what are the rest of you going to do?
I'm just going to go in the house.
Okay. You see the awful mess on the bed.
There's no ashes left.
No. Been hit with some great force in the centre mass.
That doll is. Look under the bed.
Look under the bed.
Yeah.
Nothing under the bed.
Okay. Let's look under the bed.
20 of those little children of the bride underneath. And a beholder.
Of course there. No surprise there.
There's a bunk bed, obviously. There's there's nothing under the bed.
Going to wrap the body up in the blankets. Has she got a wedding ring on or anything like that?
Yeah.
Take that off.
Okay. Just when I thought you were going to do the moral thing.
I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to put that by the side.
Okay.
Wrap the body up just to cover it up because it's pretty disgusting, really. Poor bloke. Doesn't need to see that. I'll pick the ring back up and I'll go to the front door.
Okay.
And unlock it.
Alright. You open the door to find Tobias and Neil out there. Tobias with his hands on Neil's shoulder. Neil looks round, looking towards the door, trying to look past you and seeing into the room.
I was just telling our friend Neil here that the horrible news of his wife's passing. She was very sick.
She was very sick.
It's tears staining Neil's face.
I brought this for you.
He looks at the ring in your palm. That seems to be the last straw, the thing that breaks him. He turns away, leaving the ring there, and just uncontrollably sobs.
I'll put it down. It's there when you want it.
All of the strength that he had when chopping wood has been taken from him now. It's the weak, broken.
I'll step away and.
She needs a service.
He doesn't need to know the details of what went on here.
No. She's worried it needs cleaning up.
Eventually Nazak will wander back down the hill.
She'll go into the hole.
Was she split in two?
The woman on the bed. Not completely, but had clearly been hit in the core by larger the object. Broken skin, blood, but not completely severed in two.
So would it remind me of when Utah got split down the middle, or torn, or anything which reminds me of Jack Tear?
Well, that's up to you to decide whether it makes you think that.
I think it does. I'm going to say some sardonic-y words to Naja, and is Melody okay with that?
She's got blood. In fact, she seems to be alive. I've found some comforting grass to munch on.
I'm going to bring Melody closer and start packing Naja on Melody.
Okay. Neil doesn't even look up. Seems to not see at all. But you take, Naja's body and...
I'm going to tie Naja up, and that Neil's... he's in for a world of danger now. I'm not happy with this whole situation.
You're going to tell Neil that?
Oh yeah.
Right, there you go. What do you mean?
You fool, what have you done?
Kashan, stop.
No, he's up to no good, Tobias.
This man has gone through a lot.
Haven't we all?
He's had a very bad day.
I think I've had a worse day, Tobias. Voice from heavens.
I'm just going to point at
ringing in your ears.
the dead comrade in my party. Tell me what you know about Jack Tear.
Who? What? He looks up, catching sight of Nadia lay across the horse. What happened? My wife would know what to do. She was something of it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
What did you do?
She's told me the details of the deal. We'll discuss it later.
Yes, no, that.
I'm going to go tend to Nazak. Because I assume you're walking back towards...
Yeah, come strong about that, Neil.
Yeah, I'll follow Tobias around the corner.
Let me take a look at that face of yours, and I'm going to get a bunch of bandages and just give him the old mummy and just
Yes.
wrap him up.
Is there a shovel or a spade anywhere?
Yes. Yeah.
We'll go and get it.
We'll patch you up.
To Nazar.
Patch you up.
He needs to dig a hole. We've got a ceremony to observe. His wife.
For the wife.
Who did she worship?
Imogen. A lie. She was a good woman. She cared about other people. She cared about animals and the farm. She wanted a child. Where is she?
We've prepared her for burial.
No, not my wife. I still have to look after her. That's the deal.
That deal has come to an end now.
But where is she?
She's no longer here.
She ran away?
Yes.
She
She runs into the fields. She runs into the fields and sometimes hear her laughing and talking in there.
She ran into the woods.
We'll send some people out to look for her. You're in no state right now to do so.
But I'm going to take a persuasion roll from you.
The persuasion stuff. Flat 17.
He goes to stand up, but his legs clearly give way. The stress of it all is too much for him. He just slumps back on the logs.
I'll pat his shoulder. Hi, my good friend Nazak over there is preparing a plot for burial.
He looks at Nazak, eyes going wide, seeing the blood-stroke bandages on his face. What? And then he looks crestfallen again as he just shoulders slump, holds his face.
Focus on what we need to do now, and that's conduct the correct rites to commit your wife's soul to the ground.
Alright. So, with Neil distraught, Kishan wanting to shake some answers out of him, you calming him down, Nazak potentially digging a hole. I don't know whether you will or not.
Puts the shovel down.
Put the shovel down. Okay.
I'll dig it if I need to.
Where are we going from here?
What? I don't know about the rest of it. My plan would be to bury the wife.
Head back to bed.
Yeah. Make sure Neil's okay. If he's not. And then head back to Burns.
Mm-hmm.
And then have a conversation about what he said about Father Kynan. What's the second name?
Pine and Splice.
Splice.
Splice. I thought you said spice. I was like,
And all things nice.
Have a conversation with him and what they did about making the fields grow, and then they brought a child along for the couple to nurture. So they adopted the child. But I do that once we're away from the farm. And
Okay. So, if you dig a hole and you'll put the wife in it, And in short, you'll bear her over. And will there be words said?
Yes, I would. I'd be mainly praying to Peridot, being my god, but
I worship a lion Imogen. So I'll be.
I'll be trying to borrow a little bit to what I've read and what I know about the other gods to make sure the correct rites are said.
So you'll be saying something, and you will as well, will you?
I worship a lion Imogen. So.
Okay.
I'll make sure Neil's in attendance, so he's.
I'll take a religion check off both of you if you're saying rights.
22.
Okay. You say the rites and you feel a distinct presence here, as if you were not alone. The rite is being watched.
Is it like a comforting overview, or is it like a...
It's a dominating, commanding presence, like as if you feel walking into a cathedral rather than a church. It's a little bit intimidating, but there's something powerful present here. No voices, no whispers in your ears, just a feel. You feel almost cowed in part way through saying your words. You're almost relieved when you're finished.
An intense, you know. That'd be my plan. So
Okay. And Evangelios says a few words to Imogen and lie. As it was this woman's. You feel nothing. You feel as you would normally feel. Connection to the gods is there. But you don't feel anything or experience anything. That finished. Plan is to go back to Burns?
yeah, as I say, I would share what he said about Falcon and spies and all that kind of stuff to the group as we travel.
Leaving Neil to come to terms with his loss. You go past the high cornfield and wheel your horses round, heading towards Burns. Takes a little while to make the journey, but eventually the small hut overlooking, on top of the cliffs, overlooking the sea, comes into view. Smoke curling from the chimney. From the angle you've come in, you can also see the rise in the mounds to the fane at the top of the hill. Just about catch the stones sticking up there. You start making your way down, and when I come back with a cup of tea, we'll pick it up.
So, what sort of name did you say this jacket would go by?
Well, Burns said anything to do with tearing, ripping,
Splicing.
spice would splice would definitely fit. Old Spice wouldn't.
Tear, rip, or torn.
Yeah.
But splicing is certainly
Yeah.
in that vein.
Yeah. And I'm going to genuinely try to convince Evandriel to let Burn take a crack at resurrecting old Nadja.
Ben's not a good person.
Yeah, but she liked Nadja. Nadja was pure and innocent. Burn did actually like Nadja.
She also likes Dramos.
What's wrong with Dramos?
Dramos is the same race.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing is wrong with it. Just giving a bit of meta detail. Nazar's just going to be walking very quietly.
That was an incredibly wise child.
Oh, he would have held his hand out for his face as well.
I've got it wrapped up. I'll, as soon as you ask for it, I will give it to you. And I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Here's my face.
Yeah, here's your face.
Jesus Christ. Both barbarians. It's alright, it's already happened to
Gartok, yeah.
Gartok once.
Someone equally as horrible ripped his face off.
It'll buff out on a short rest, I'm sure.
No, it was days and weeks I played with my face. Just this horrible, like gooey mass of a face.
But hey, which gives me more of my intimidation checks.
Hell yeah, it does.
That broke tooth tribe ain't gonna know what's coming.
I think it was the when we brought you back, but you got your face back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Burn created a magical illusion.
Yes. Then created like a semi-permanent magical illusion.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can say
Burn, but I'm sure.
it's gruesome. Well, why didn't we see the angel come?
I'm not entirely sure.
Alright, guys, what's the plan?
So we'll head straight up to Bones' hut, knock at the door.
I've got my face back.
You got your face back.
Little parcel.
Parcel with my face in.
The door opens as you ride down the hill, Burn appearing in the threshold. She looks out, looking up the hill to where the Fane is, steps back in, but her hands then beckons you down. She disappears back into the darkness of her hut.
I'll head inside. So
Yeah, I'll follow.
Take Nadja off the horse and just drag her in.
I'll then pick her up and carry her on my shoulder.
Thanks, Nada. She's smaller than you. Come on now. Honestly.
Brick Warlock, what can we say?
As you go inside the hut, you find there's a heavy scent of incense in the air. The table that you sat at before is now clear of any obstruction. You can see remnants of what looks to be chalk marks on there that have been rubbed away. Just the remnants of white upon the wood.
good busy, Burn.
Well, I have many requests on my time, but please shut the door.
Suppose I were heading with Nadia on my shoulder.
We visited the farm.
And
Did you know what was there?
suspected.
What
That's
did
why
you
I.
suspect?
That's why I sent you to confirm.
You go with a doll.
Girl with a doll.
From our discussion, it was this Jack Tare's influence, most certainly. He's used the name Father Kynan Splice.
That would fit. Normally, Byrne has a calm confidence in the way she speaks, knowing where there's nervousness in her tone now, that no insight is required to check. It's obvious on show. Something spooked her.
On the merit of we've lost an ally, I'm going to tell you this truth. You're responsible for us losing her. This Father Kynan Splice, Jack Tare, whatever he was, he visited that farm, made a deal with the wife for a bountiful harvest, and they had one. He returned and gave them a child, an adopted child, or child of adoption, I think.
This has been happening a while, isn't it, Ben?
And they raised it as their own.
I've seen this before.
You've seen this before?
A long time ago. There was another child, which is turned out to be some sort of demon.
Not everyone can have children easily.
That demon child ripped off poor Nazak's face. I've done the best I can, but I'm limited on resources.
Well, that I can do something about.
You most certainly should.
I sent you there because I believe you to be capable of investigating it. I did not intend for any of you to get harmed. You knew the dangers.
The child, or whatever it was, is no more. It has been destroyed.
For the best.
The wife is dead. And the father is, well, he's in misery. I suspect his farm will soon follow the same fate as the surrounding area.
I destroyed the doll as well.
That's what killed the wife.
It's for the best that the doll and the girl are destroyed. That they should not have made the deal. They've sown the seeds of their own destruction.
What does this symbol mean? Now, I assume it's like chalk and whatnot on the table. I'll draw the symbol that he described as the three. Was it 3 dots or 3 eyes?
3 eyes.
3 eyes. I don't recognise this symbol as a holy symbol.
Aye.
He said it was something to do with a mother.
Do not. You are aware that things have changed, of course. The natural order has been upset. I am not one for the gods. Interferers, I find them to be botherers. I know that is your thing, but free will without their interference, say I.
Whose symbol is this?
I made some inquiries, as I promised I would. The order has changed. You know that souls aren't going to Gar anymore. They are going to another. This Ankelos. A powerful being. I will have no truck with gods, but he spoke to me openly, willingly. He wanted to. It scared me. He offered me things.
Surely you don't want him for much. Surely you can.
I don't want for much, but I felt myself tempted.
Oh, that is interesting.
Gods
Did
don't.
you make a deal?
I did not. But no sooner had I made inquiries than I felt his eye upon me immediately.
Is this his eye?
No. But I feel that he and the others like him are making deals and empowering individuals like Jack Tear, giving them more sway than they should have. Anything
What end do you think?
to disrupt and bring down the gods. He's thriving off disruption of worship. The more divided worship is, the more people owe, the less goes to the existing gods. The easier it is to take their mantle. He spoke like Gar was already dead. And he would offer me anything and anyone I wanted. I was tempted.
Surely gods themselves can't be killed.
Anything that lives could be killed. Is not the story that Temperance herself was killed when she was thrown down to the surface, cast from the heavens and died here? She was a god. But I question if gods are anything more than just us, but unfathomably powerful. am not responsible for your hardship. I am sorry that this sadness has fallen upon you. I tried to help you.
Do you need anybody to stay with you and watch you and look out for this and Kelos or others?
He won't come here. He spoke of a trap he has set for any that would try to kill him. But he has many servants now, empowering him. And with each person that dies, he is more empowered. And like Gar, he has no interest in ushering on souls to another life. He keeps them, hoards them. I don't know what to do. Mine would be precious, and I worry that he wants my soul. I will not fall into making a deal which could cost it. I will not make you a mistake. A few wrong words can strike a deal with a being like him.
So what do we need to not say?
You are holy people. You know holy people. You believe in gods. There was a time when no words were heard from the heavens, and now, from what I have seen, people are talking to the gods all the time, hearing their voices, getting their visitors, seeing these white-winged creatures manifest religion in the streets, in everybody's ears. It is not right. I'm not averse to fiddling with the natural order. I make no secret of it, but people are usually prepared to overlook my sins for things that they need. But my sins are small indeed compared to what is going on now.
But people must be rallied behind the true gods.
But how would you know them?
Faith, of course.
Any connection to a true god now would be a bonus. Even now I still feel the presence of his voice in my ears.
I'm sure you'll find a way to subdue it. You are vastly more powerful than some of us. We know
that. Let me put a pot on. I have something to just clear up that face.
Okay, that's thrown upside down.
Would you vote me to put Narja? Did you want to put her outside?
She did not get involved in a fight. She was pure, innocent burn. Surely there's something you can do.
It depends whether her soul has made its way to Gar, or if Ankelos got his grips on her.
An angel appeared, but it did not look to have taken anything.
If you feel that she has successfully gone to Gar, then by all means go to your town. Approach a powerful priest and pray. she has gone to Ankelos, then you will have to ask yourself what you are prepared to offer him.
Not this again.
Did he tell you about the trap? What it was, or did he keep that a secret?
He was just making it clear that his position was unassailable. None could touch him. None knew where he was. He had dispatched a holy warrior, a knight, to deal with them.
Okay.
I can
Deal with who?
any who try to come for him. I get the impression that unlike the gods, he is manifest here among us.
What does man?
He walks like a man. He has a body.
Like Fades. I saw Fade walk off with Arden. But
Yes.
he was a statue.
Sort of like that. Well, I'll explain later.
She rubs her hand over the table, wiping out the symbol of the three eyes. This is the symbol of Mother.
The mother of all? Your mother?
A creator. Not a god, but a divine being of some power.
Akin to this Ankelos.
No, something else. More pure, but... my mother, if you will. But a mother of many.
Did she give you your gifts?
Yes. She can offer you literally anything you want.
To what end? What is her aim?
It's always something different with her. It's never good.
Well, does she want disorder? Does she want order? Does she seek more power? What's her current leaning?
She's not interested in power. I feel that she would happily see me and those like me dead, which would not be a bad thing. But she is held in check by the division of power. She creates, you see, she creates. Many things have come from her. But us, me, the ones like us, we're a portion of her power. With each one of us that dies, that power returns to her.
So if those like you were to all die, what would she do with this power? Would she create more and start again?
I do not know what is in her mind.
You're scared of her, aren't you?
Yes. And I'm not ashamed of it.
More scared of her than this Ankelos?
I've lived for a very long time, and it never grows dull being alive. No matter how long you've been alive, you always want some more. This form you see before you is fresh, new, but every morning I feel it decaying.
Such is the marriage of time.
Yeah, of course. I have a passion for life. I will gladly help those who will help me prolong it.
Is there anything you can do for Nadja?
The way I see it, there are 3 options. Hope that she has gone to Gar, in which case go and see a priest. Speak to Mother, which I do not recommend. Regardless of Ankelos' power, if you wish it, she could restore Nadia to you. But there would be a price. A severe one, not like making a deal with Jack Tear. People will suffer. The third option I also do not want to entertain. I simply ask Ankelos.
We know many priests. This is bringing someone back like that is beyond my abilities, but we know those that can.
She's gone to the right place, that is.
That is indeed true. If she has gone to Gar, she may wish to stay there.
So you know, I have just rolled a dice, and the result of which, if it is over 10, she has gone to Gar, and if it was less than 10, she's gone to Ankelos. I've taken a photo of the result.
Just in case it becomes relevant.
If we... Does Ankelos would like the gods that in do people pray to him?
I find that people will pray to anything if they believe it's more powerful than them.
So we could maybe find a priest of Ankelos who could do the same if she's gone there.
Don't know if such a thing exists, but
I'd imagine the price would be very expensive.
I've got some money and I'll just drop my money pouch on the table.
no, it's not money or diamonds. It's Frank Kashan here. He gave up a very large part of him.
We'll get that back.
I feel what Byrne is saying is true. I'm still not sure if I trust you yet, but I value what you say. The price will be even higher. That is the correct understanding, yes? Ankelos will render a higher price than what Kashan has already lost.
I do not know what to ask for. I know he hungers now for souls. And I don't know what will happen when he gets enough.
How do we get in touch with this Ankelos?
I could do it right now.
Could we eat first?
Yeah. She gets up and goes over those things. Reaching under her clothes, she produces a necklace with a gemstone on it. This was returned to me a while ago. A heart, if you will. Greatly enhances my abilities to heal. She clenches it in her fist and holds it over the pot that she has. Rest yourselves.
I'll step outside and put Nigel's body very carefully on the floor outside.
Okay.
Not knowing what I'm actually meant to do with her at this point. It's like,
Tabby's gonna snatch her.
Okay, so Byrne will spend a little time preparing a meal, in which space you will at least be able to get a short rest in. Rather than Nadia who's getting an eternal one.
Well, thanks, you can get on a short rest.
I get my
Fuck all.
extra dice of damage back.
I get to heal.
I get all my spell slots back.
Nice.
I might get my Sound of Enemy back as well, but that's about it.
Royal Burn is 16. Royal Burn's cooking and ask her more whether she knows where I can find this tractor.
I don't know. He'll be drawn to people though. If I'd have known before, I would have told you. I just suspected this incident at Silvertree was his sort of thing. He'll be drawn to people, and that's where he can make his acquisitions. You encountered him at the town, where people were willingly going to him. He'll do something similar again. Position himself where people will ask him for things. I will endeavour to search. After all, you are indebted to me, so I should pay the price. But I am cautious about the eyes that are on me when I reach out. The balance has changed. Eventually the meal is prepared and she lays out a hot cup of liquid in front of Nazak. Black, steaming. Drink this.
Okay. I'll just do it for the hand.
Okay, it's really hot.
Face must be about
18 contracts.
Okay. Other than that, she produces a cauldron of a stew, lumps of meat in a brown sauce, which she ladles into some bowls and lays them out. Eat. Get some strength in you. The potion you drink gives you the effect of a restoration, so it will restore your face in 24 hours.
Thank you.
It's itchy though.
Keep the bandages on. Imagine they're like this thick and I've just got the little nose hole, night holes.
Your nails.
To put some oven mitts on him. Okay, so whether or not you decide to eat Byrne's meal, it's warm, it's welcome. You feel like you've travelled quite a bit and you feel a little bit rejuvenated after the rest and everything. What is the plan from here?
Did you get anywhere with my ring, Byrne?
I'm sorry I've got distracted. This whole thing has shook me, but I will endeavour to get you an answer.
The question becomes what to do about Naja.
We know a priest. We know a priest of Sardonyx who's indebted to Naja in a roundabout sort of way. He's very friendly. Let's play old Tarragon a visit.
My opinion would be to seek out a priest. I don't trust that.
Yeah, Engaro would, if Kishan trusts Engaro. I think Naja liked Tarragon. Is Tarragon still a priest, or has she retired following the incident?
You think about Utara? Because Tarragon's dead, isn't he?
It's not Utara.
It's the other one.
The other one.
Yeah.
Utara then. One with the egg.
Tarragon was the one who died.
Okay.
And don't forget, Utara's palsy was his besties with Naja.
Yeah. Is Utara still a priest?
She stepped away from the temple because her partner was brutally killed. She's not just been sitting on an egg.
Well, I was going to ask about that, actually.
But no, she stayed away from it for now. They brought in someone new to the temple. But yeah, she's staying in a small property in town.
We should be careful with which church to go to, because we don't want the same thing to happen again.
Let's go to Ungaro.
Ingaro's very, very clever. He's taught me lots. And I know she worships Sardonyx, but we got in a fight last time.
We did. Damn fate bastards. Let's go pay Engaro a visit.
I think we've made up our mind then, Ben. We're not going to have you reach out to Mother or Ankelos.
I think you've made a wise decision.
Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. Would you like to hold on to your ring, or will you trust me to...
Well, if I come back another day with it, all you're going to say is, come back later, leave it with me, or you burn. I have a little no choice right now.
You always have a choice.
I'm not willing.
It's just that people say they don't or can't make the choice that they don't like. But you can.
I need to know. You're the only one I know who has got any idea at all about it.
I've promised that I would look into it, and I will. And Kishan will pay the debt for that.
How long do you need, Ben?
Understandably, you've been gone a few hours, and this incident with Ankelos has occurred. Give me 3 days.
Please.
I want to be sure that I have adequate protection.
Days.
3 days.
So I can find some people to come back with me.
I swear on Kishan's life, I will investigate thoroughly. And I am sorry for the trauma that you have suffered and for the unfortunate situation that poor Neil finds himself in.
I told him enough truth to see him move forward.
very compassionate of you.
The rest stays with us.
Do you want me to come back later to help protect you from Kevlar?
That is very sweet, but I do not think that you could. It would require a lot to protect me from him. Fortunately, his word seems to mean something.
Okay.
We should be going before nightfall. Get back to town. Seek out a priest.
Very specific priest.
The group quietly make their way back to town as night has fallen. It's dark in the streets as you head beneath the northern gate. There are lanterns here and there, lights spilling out from the various buildings, a murmur of voices behind closed doors, the odd person walking past you in the street, someone occasionally glancing up at the body you have slung over the horse. Where are you going? You wend your way through the streets to the Temple of Imogen, passing through the large double doors leading out into the open room. Ingaro stands there, bedecked in full robes, open at the neck down to the navel, revealing his tanned skin beneath white fabric. He's talking in low tones to a woman who stood by the altar. And seeing you enter, he smiles at her, gives her a kiss on the cheek and gestures towards her archway at the back, guides her from the back of the room. She disappears from view and he turns his attention to you fully. Well, I see you are bringing misfortune under my door.
Yes, we seek the services of a high priest.
Well, the priests do not get it any more high than me. You are hoping for me to do something about this situation. I will warn you, I have tried it before with disastrous consequences.
We do not believe that this one's soul has gone to Ankelos, but rather has gone to Gar. We saw no angel.
Well, if she was killed quickly, before the angel could take her, then perhaps you realize that the price is very high for doing something like this. Especially in my temple, I would require an act of great compassion, devotion, emotion.
I'm already devoted to another. Now, Josh is my symbol paradox.
You need not worry. The Temple of Imogen, we appreciate loyalty as much as we enjoy spreading the love.
So I have heard.
Bring her body forward, lay her upon the altar. Gently.
As the body's on the altar, I'll place the 4-leaf clover which Nadja got from Bern and gave to me in Nadja's and clasp my hands around it.
I've got another one in my pocket if that helps whatsoever. I did have to somehow.
As my token from Sardonyx.
There you go. Yeah.
As the 4-leaf clover for luck. To kiss her on the cheek.
You put 4-leaf clover down on the body, yeah. You will be reaching out to Gar, a distant deity for me, always reluctant to give one back. It is not his way. Your offering may help. In this temple it is down to Imogen to speak to Gar on our behalf, to seduce him into looking the other way. Are you ready? We are prepared to pay the price.
What do we have to do?
Well, we will require a diamond of some considerable value. You came prepared. It is always best to come to any engagement prepared, Evandria.
Always try to I had that lying around for a while, waiting for the right person.
What I need you to do to stand, if you have some connection to this woman, if you have something you can offer, the gods may hear you.
It's time for barbecued horse.
What does Lazar know about Melody?
Gives it her a horse called Melody.
You have given me lots of trinkets. I've placed one of a 4-leaf clover, which you've got.
So we saved that guy together. We released him into the wild.
The knoll.
Yeah, I wanted to investigate and follow him, but yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, we did the snow race as well, didn't we? Okay, okay.
I will begin preparing. Partway, I will pause and give you a chance to say something if you wish. Make a gesture. Then I will call upon Imogen to make a plea on our behalf to Gar. If that is where her soul is, and indeed she wants to return, you may be fortunate.
Knowing Imogen and how much I know about Imogen, Evandriel, now is the time you mentioned how many times I've touched your breast. Give Imogen some ammunition to distract.
Ingaro
Guidance.
goes around the altar and he shrugs his robe from his shoulders so it hangs just around his waist.
Can I cast Bless on Angara?
Okay.
And Nadja as well. I've made a wrong decision there.
Beloved Imogen, you love all. You are jealous of all. You love us the way we live our lives for such a temporary time, because only true passion could be felt in the briefest of moments that is our life. Like a flame, It is lit, it glows brightly, but ultimately it is extinguished, the fuel runs out. But in that moment where the flame is burning so bright, that is something that you are truly envious of. We call out to you for Nadia, whose flame burnt out too early. It was not her time. At least that is what we believe here. She was not destined to die this day.
Left many stones unturned, many breasts untouched hers.
I will make an offering. Extend my will. I will put my hand upon her body and use this diamond as a conduit for your power. We beg that you beseech Gar to release her back to us, for in these dark days where the powers of the Almighty are being usurped, the faithful are needed. Now I will turn to her friends. Have you anything to offer?
I've got more clovers. And gifts and trinkets.
Your
She gave me.
offering has been noted. Is clover a symbol of faith? A symbol of the connection between the two of you? Can you make a related check for me?
No. Oh no, 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 no. 10.
Okay. If there is nothing else, then we will proceed.
I'll walk out to her and I will give her a kiss. I'll take her hand and I will.
That's fine. Yes.
Has clenched me a few times in the past. And I will stay there and hold it.
Yes. I love this.
Never feeling okay with it.
Oh.
This woman, this beautiful woman, this sensual woman, she knows more about the flesh than most who walk through this door. And she has shared a connection with Nadia, I can tell. Make a charisma check for me, please.
Can charisma check. Let me down. Come on. For fuck's sake. It's still a 10.
10. Imogen thanks you for your offering, your forthrightness, your love. If there is nothing else, then I will.
Nazar's going to pop it. The single button-eyed doll that you picked up ages ago in caves in the cabin underneath the tile.
Yeah.
Mixed feelings about all of this, knowing what he's just gone through, and then you're kind of like seeing that you've got the one hand, he'll take the other hand and put it so she's sort of cuddling it.
Okay.
I've got my Kraken from Olive to protect me, and maybe Poppet can protect you.
Oh. You did also convince Nadia not to eat a horse on a barbecue, so you do really, really well when you think about it. She's tried to bloody save the bloody horse as well.
That's all it said.
Yeah.
Because he's very conflicted about doing anything because of what Carl said to him. He's also got like half an eye back on the doors to make sure no fate worshippers are charged.
No.
Nothing else off, so
Alright.
Memories.
Oh,
Memories of us going to crypts and things like that.
wait, like one. We're actually down. It was one adventure, I think.
No.
Fearless.
We went to
We did for Resurrection.
Trial Resurrection, which I had to come in late because I was on a night cover at work. You were there. We did the Drag the Magnificent. We went over Ash Ellen. So we did that together as well. And obviously the most recent one I'm locked into. Memories. Just focus on the memories you've got.
Go on, Tobias, you can do it. Say some knowledgeable words from Peridot.
Peridot.
Both clerics as well, you know.
It's like a really spicy dough.
That'll be Peridot.
Peridot, yeah. You know.
I'm going to go for... It's going to be awful. All of the options I picked, I'm sure, are going to be
It's
awful.
alright, I've rolled really badly anyway, so.
I'm just going to go for persuasion.
Okay, that's just flat 6 then.
Flat 6. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
All I can offer, step up, somewhat reluctantly.
You got to turn this around, man.
All I can offer is, I suppose, the truth and the knowledge of how she lived, how she ventured with a bold attitude. She I'm prepared for this, is hard. She lived carefree, but taken too soon. My role was to create stories, and hers isn't finished.
Take an insight check on that one.
That'd be a dirty 20.
For my 6.
I had to plug that mouse. I didn't know what to say.
All right.
It's all good, guys. It's good efforts. Good energy. A warm breast to hold to make it all better. It's all good. It's got a good environment.
It's a cold hand, a stiff hand.
It's going to stay like that now, isn't it?
It'll be warm in a minute.
Oh dear.
Don't forget, Jimmy already rolled to see if by the site actually went, so this could be all fucking nothing.
It's alright, we can find the night Kelshworth better. What could be worse?
It's all fine. It's all fine. Sean's going to straight back to Burnt for that direct dart to Ankylos if this doesn't work.
Oh,
Okay.
Buy yourself on that one then.
Here we go then. So just to do a bit of calculation here.
Let's go back and check on the horses.
fix up Melody. She's being weak. Weak, isn't she? Weak legs and bleeding.
I'm a tramp. Forgotten his name.
Fast.
They have spoken, Imogen. His voice carries now across the chamber. Somebody walks in from the street and then catching the scene just backs back down the steps again and carries on their way. I extend my power for this moment. I'm going beyond to summon her. And he lays the diamond on her chest, placing his hand on top of it. There is a glow as he focuses, and his hand drops as if the diamond is sinking into her body. He dissipates as his hand finally touches flesh. Now, I beseech you, Imogen. It is no longer the place of God. This woman is mine to give you. Gara pulls his hand back from the body. I am the god of death. And I take my mantle among you. I have your woman. I would give her to you freely. No. I demand your worship. I have earned it. This was my mantle before God, such as God, took it from me. It is mine. Give yourselves to me. Give me your faith. Give me your worship, and I will give this woman to you freely. Deny me and I will take you before your time. All souls are mine. This is not your house, not your place. It will be mine. All houses of worship in this town are mine. That and my brethren. I lay claim, and the faithful will be rewarded. I've heard such words before, and it has always ended with someone on their back.
What's Ross coming out? Such a serious moment.
We have powerful friends who have taken down powerful beings. I will offer you nothing. You will die. Your soul will be mine, Ngaro. I curse you. Ngaro returns to the body, laying his hand back on the chest of Nadia. Somebody bring her back to me, Imogen. Push this entity from this temple. The light darkens inside the room, despite the lightness outside. Lights pouring in from the street lights. But it gets darker and darker in here.
I'll pull Gara away. And start dragging him outside.
Pull Garo out into the street as the light gets darker and darker. What about the rest of you?
Or through.
If we get him pulled out to the street, then
Yeah.
out to the street.
Ingaro resists, but you're way stronger than him. You pull him back as his hand extends back towards the altar. The entire top half of the room now comes to complete darkness. The dark sinking down the edge of the room, almost as if it crawls down across the floor into the altar into the centre. The darkness climbs over the altar like fingers reaching towards Najia's body.
I'm going to put my hand on Roger's body.
There's a flash of a white, bright light as you place your hand on her chest. Ingaro,
I'm not gonna move either.
you're going to stay there.
Yeah, I'm just.
Ngaro's hand reaches back into the room. Why? No! No!
I appreciate the efforts, guys, but TPK is not going to make me cheer up after all this. So
Isaac's about to level, don't worry.
It won't.
I need a fair amount of XP to level.
I know it won't work,
Dead.
but I'm going to present my holy symbol and abjuration as well.
Good call.
The save is a piece of piss for it to be, but
How dark is it?
The darkness has crept down the walls. It's dark everywhere except for the temple, except for the altar where you put your hand and there's light.
I have Devil's Sight. Is there anything through the darkness?
No, it's just you could just see the outlines of the room. Okay. So you put your hand down there, bright light bursts out in every direction, pushing back the darkness. Evandriel stands there with you. You have to squint for how bright it is where he puts his hand down there. You can hear Ngaro screaming no from outside, but the sound seems incredibly distant. Forced to close your eyes almost. Is there anything else you're doing?
I will be praying to Imogen
Okay.
not to desert us.
Alright. The light pulls back from the centre, spilling out towards the edge of the room, creeping across the floor, so that the entire floor of the temple is now white. The windows on the one side light up as well, light coming in from outside, and from the outside in the darkness of the street, the lanterns all along the street flare up in light and then burst out. The light dissipates and all goes dark in the temple, but this time not an unnatural darkness, just the darkness of the exterior light disappearing. There is no light in the streets or outside or in the temple at all.
I'll cast dancing lights. Some globules of light.
Make them pink for Nadja.
go for it.
They're white.
Some light comes back.
You can float them as well, won't you? So I'll float them back towards the altar, try and illuminate.
Nadja's body lies there. I've posted into the group the result of the first roll.
Is this the?
What time to
This is Gar or Ankelos.
Yeah, we knew that anyway.
And as to Nadia, as the light touches her body, her chest rises and breath comes to her. She breathes in and opens her eyes. Ingaro rushes back into the room, his feet slapping on the floor. Places hands immediately on her face, hand on either side, checking. Can you hear me? Are you there?
I guess I'm nodding.
Posted results of the second roll online. That was a base of 10 with 3 fails. Each fail giving you a -3, but 1 success giving you a +3, giving you a difficulty of 16.
Oh my days!
What's the roll?
Right. I think I'm coming back changed, right? I have a feeling there's more to it.
Thank you.
Get to somewhere I feel drained.
Do you need me to stay in Cargo?
Yes. Close the doors. And he gets up and he goes out the back room.
Watch the others and are you staying?
I can stay if you wish.
Bit of Andrea, knowing that she normally skips around and skips out the door and then slowly start closing the doors. Is there a bar?
There is.
Put the bar down. Is the young lady still in the back room?
That's where Ngaro went.
I'll check. I'll go.
You look in, there's 2 plunge pools in here and the lady's in there and Ngaro's just lowering himself into the pools.
Jacqueline Tarr.
Same pool?
Say pool.
It'll essentially just stand guard.
You may spend some time in the temple getting a long rest if you so wish.
I mean, I can't high five because I'm not entirely sure. I just cannot believe it. Am I undead or something? Am I going to eat them all whilst they're resting? What's going on?
You have dim memories of a tower jutting above a cliff.
I've heard this before. Stop now. Jamie, stop.
Fleeting images of a black circle with a purple crescent highlight around it. An argument, voices pulling in 2 directions. And then you are here, awake, elsewhere. And you feel tired, so tired, but otherwise you're okay.
Right. And obviously someone had asked for worshipping in exchange for my return. Have I also been
You were unaware of any of that? You were...
I was wondering whether I've also been asked to convert.
You're unaware of any of it. The last thing you really remember clearly is those things, those twig
Toothpicks.
creatures, toothpicks all around you. Briefly, you briefly woke up from that only to be
Toothpicks again.
ripped away, and then these bizarre shifting dreams involving a black tower and a black circle moon, and then you were here.
Right. That was one trip, guys. I mean, I don't know who's brought the stuff, but I mean, let's never smoke that again.
Hopefully you didn't smoke anything.
Oh. So it's all for real, it's not for play. Bloody hell. You all look shaken, not stirred.
Well,
I
you were
do-
dead.
I do recall a bosom.
You were dead.
Very comforting bosom.
Well, it normally is.
You can keep puppets if you want to.
Thank you, everyone. I don't know how I will repay you. I mean, this debt is in, whatever the phrase is for, unrepayable.
Don't tell me again.
I will try not to piss off any more toothpicks. And if Melody is hurt, if she's getting barbecued, and I was like, I'm sorry, but
Barbecue.
barbecue she is.
She can come back to my temple with me and we can look after her.
I think Nadj is just joking. I think she's realises that maybe she should have legged it out of there or set the whole thing on fire.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you guys as well.
Everybody may gain 1,600 experience points.
Hell. 1,600.
1,600 experience points. And while we are a fraction early, I think we've only 30 minutes on the clock before we normally end. I think that's a reasonable place to unlock this little session.
What a roller coaster. I definitely need to get a mini for this guy now. He's level 4 now. He needs a mini.
Some 22 XP off level 5.
But the thing is, I was 47 XP away from leveling up, hence why the tiers.
I was thinking as it was going through, so we're at 10, 13, 16, 19. You know, if you fluffed it, then we'd be. It would have been impossible, really. Wow.
Well, welcome to your first resurrection. Mark that on your character sheet in your notes.
Yeah, if it happens again, it will be even more difficult.
I will ask you to have to do it on D&D. You'll show me later.
There's a note section.
Pop it down in your notes. You just add to them.
Oh, I will. I'm just going to obviously do it.
All your actual notes, but there's on your D&D there's a note section as well.
Very, very grateful. I don't know how I'm going to repay you guys.
Otherwise, well done, everybody. The little girl was a tough opponent.
Light work for Kishar.
Rumour has some toothpicks or worse.
In between the session, could I send a voice note via Pepe to Burn?
Okay.
To tell her that we've obviously brought back Nub from X.
Yep. Okay, that's good. That's reasonable.
After my long rest, I'll be heading back to my little hut / shrine, temple, whatever you want to call it, to Car with my million of horses.
Okay. So